You did it.
Light in my face.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. Good job. There's a 5-minute delay. He was on the phone with someone important, I think. So.
Radio mic.
Okay, radio mic. So in chat, I said there'd be a 2-minute delay, but I meant 5-minute delay. But we're here now, and it's kind of good that he was on a phone call because I wasn't really ready for the stream yet. I had to come in here because I was finishing up my round of a game. So I had to come in here, I had to get my TV all set up, and before you say hello to everybody, I had to get my TV set up, and I've had this light, but I put this light on here to see how it went and everything, because I did look at a ring light, and I'll talk about that after. And I had to get StreamYard set up and everything pulled up. But hello, Michelle Kinsey looks like she's going to Illinois, so have a safe trip. Sandy Farrell, hello. Olivia F171, welcome. Terry's Tropical Tanks, looks like your package is arriving on Friday. From where it is, I would say it would be there tomorrow, but the thing is estimated to be there Friday, so a day late. But you'll get it, and I think you'll love it.
You're not supposed to be on the phone when you're at work.
Stephen P. 2003, hello. Are we supposed to see stuff right now? What does he mean?
Oh, where are you reading? Oh.
They can see us, right?
I can see us.
Susan for SLC Aquatics, hello. I've been meaning to email you to get on that FishTuber Google Map thing, but I forgot. So I'll have to do that soon. But Patty's Petite Tanks, hello. And coming in on Twitch, because I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Coming in on Twitch is the Game Czar, hello. The Game Czar comes in almost every time, and I appreciate that. Terry's Tropical Tank said anticipation and suspense.
The Game Czar got a sticker.
I think you'll like it, so I think you'll like the package. We shipped it out Monday. Should have been there today or tomorrow, but Friday's better than no day. Yeah, so the Game Czar can see us, and Game Czar got their stickers, so awesome. I hope you enjoy them. Olivia F171. That's not Olivia F171. Hello, welcome on Twitch. Look at that logo she's got. That's pretty cool. And Stephen P 2003 cannot see us, but I'm assuming he can hear us because we're talking. I don't know. Works on his desktop. I do. They went on the wall with my stickers. Awesome. Good to hear that. And Steven's mobile device is being wonky. All right. Well, at least you can watch us from a desktop.
And Susan put the email up there.
Oh, okay. For the FishTuber Google Map.
Yes.
I'll get that. I think you told me that in Instagram, what your email was, but I'll have to go back and check. But score48@yahoo.com. Pretty simple to remember. Do you want your videos now, Brienne? That's Olivia on Twitch. And sure. If you're confused of what she means, a couple streams ago, I think it was 2 streams ago, I was talking about seahorses and how the male gives birth, and I saw this on a YouTube video, and she found that for me, and then I got the idea, because I wanted to show this video on my stream, of the male seahorse giving birth. Olivia found some more videos for me to react to, and I have no clue what they are. I think all fish keepers end up with a cool wall of stickers. Yeah, some of them do the magnets on the back, and that's what we were thinking about doing, is doing magnets on the back of each sticker, because I have a bunch of them. I have a whole album of them, and then in my desk I got KG Tropicals, Death Wish Coffee, unrelated. That was for my mother. Rose Aquatics.
Terry's asking you a question.
Hold on. And, oh, yes, I do have them. The new KG Tropical sticker. And some Aquarium Co-op stickers. Trust me, I have a lot more. I have a whole binder. You guys want to see the catfish cam? Sure. I just ordered a couple of assassin snails from Aqua. Oh, this is on Twitch, by the way. From Aquahuna, a bit of bladder snail outbreak in my guppy tank. Those are pond scum, by the way.
If he wants to show something, you probably have to put the link in there.
It is in there. See, StreamYard link,
Oh,
Twitch link. I did that before the stream because I didn't know if you were coming on a separate device.
forget it doesn't show on here.
I like it when we're in
What does
the
it say?
when we're in the same room. It's so nice because it's back and forth conversation. We have a lot of bladder snails too, and they have taken over a couple tanks. So we just put cucumbers on a fork in the tank, and of course the pluckers go on there, but they get off real easy. So all the bladder snails, pond snails go onto the cucumber or zucchini, whatever we put in there, and then we take them out. And last time we took them out, they sat in the open air and died. So nice. Most of the time we feed them to the pea puffers, though.
Yeah, we were gonna.
Oh.
We were gonna order the magnet sheets from somewhere.
Walmart, probably.
Yeah, I don't know where we found them.
What's going on, guys? How you doing, Dave?
What's happening, Terry?
Hi, Terry.
How's work been?
Oh man, it was hot today. It was
Oh, man.
hot.
90 degrees.
I got lucky. We had a lot of lightning strikes and a severe thunderstorm roll through, so they kind of called it and sent everybody home. And yeah, after that storm, it just got muggy and just miserable.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Well, not awesome.
It was brutal here. I didn't really want to stay at work today.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So how you guys doing? How's the fish room?
Good.
Fish are breeding like crazy.
Yeah. All those fluval hang on the side breeder boxes that we talk about all the time. We finally emptied almost all of those because we actually put the fish in the tanks now, so we're ready for more fish to breed because we almost ran out of fluval breeder boxes. We have like 10 of them.
Yeah, the cichlids and the carbenzas went nuts.
We have like 300 cabenzas.
Nice.
200, 300, somewhere in there. And I would say right about the same for the African cichlids too. The first two spawns are almost big enough to get gone.
Unfortunately, the Mbuna
Yes,
and
the brown, whatever they're called.
I think they're green, so whatever.
They're sort of peacock.
They
My
didn't,
mother will come to the chat with that.
they didn't make it. I think that was probably our fault. We may have taken them taken them away from the mother too soon. But we know to wait next time.
Yeah, wait a couple days for them to be fertilized.
When I did it, I generally waited like 2 weeks. Because I didn't do the egg tumbler thing when I was breeding Africans. A lot of breeders would just take the eggs and then tumble them in tumblers. I always did where I waited like 2 weeks, and then they'd be at kind of like a wiggling stage. They'd be an egg with a tail that would just like scoot around.
Yep.
Yeah, we pulled one that were like that.
Sunshines.
Sunshine,
Yeah, we were away, and then we came back and saw that she was holding and not eating, so we didn't know how long. We stripped the eggs away from her, and
They were infertile.
I think, I think we did it too soon.
Yeah, they were infertile.
Next time we know, we'll just.
With the Mbunas and the sunshine peacocks. They're too early, but they'll breed again. No doubt.
My fault. I rushed it, but whatever.
Jess, Maid's Tails, Fern, Fins, welcome.
Hi, Jess. And what else was I gonna say? Something important. Happened on just the stream. I'll figure it out. It was hot.
Walk away, think of something else, and it'll pop into your mind.
I was roasted. I was actually in a mowing machine today, and it's an enclosed cab, but it has like windows and grates, so there's no like air conditioning or anything, and the heat from the motor just kills you, and it's already 90 degrees out, and it's like, oh man. I was so glad I got stuck. I went for a walk to go get help.
And then met someone.
Yeah, then I met some new guy who lives in town.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. But at least I didn't roll it over a bank, so that's good. It was close.
But he did find a piece of wood.
I did find a real cool piece of driftwood.
It's like this big. It's pretty cool.
You do know you're an extreme fish keeper when you're at work and you're like, hey, I could put that in my fish tank.
I was mowing by a creek. I mean,
This whole time.
And I had to go for a walk. I went, I was a mile and a half, 2 miles. So I was walking along a long creek. So I'm like, oh, look at that piece. That's kind of cool. Oops. Yeah, where are you at? You're way down on jet.
Hold on. Eric Wyrock, hello. Working while listening. Danny Ken Aquatics. Kenny E. Or Danny. Could be either one. Geek Boy, hello. B&D Crafts and More, welcome.
No, usually Kenny says, hey, fish people.
What up, fish people?
White fan from Brisbane. Don't know what it is.
Okay.
Patrick Hardy, hello. Al Wet Socks, haven't seen you in a little bit. Welcome. You having some issues?
Yep.
It's plugged in.
Oh, there's trouble. Trouble just came in.
I kind of like that one in the middle right now.
I heard.
I don't know why I like that one better than the other one, but
What?
the fish, it's right in the middle of the tank right now.
That one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty common catfish. That's Pimlaudus pictus.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool. I don't know why. Must be the spots and stuff. Just looks cool on camera.
Degenerate Fish Keeper, howdy.
Speaking of Degenerate Fish Keeper, he's going to be taking over the reins of the Saturday morning stream that I normally do because I'll be at work.
I was just going to ask if you wanted to make that announcement.
So him and 503, it'll be on 503's channel. What is it, 503 Aquatics?
Yes.
Yeah. She already she put a thumbnail up there, probably during your stream.
Speaking of which, if I'm definitely not trying to hijack your stream or do any self-promotion or anything, but you both are aware of the game we have, and it kind of puts you guys at a disadvantage. But if you want to give out any points to somebody that can answer questions or is helping out in chat or whatever, feel free. All you got to do is tell me they get a point and I'll mark it down.
Okay.
I'll even start. Who knows the meaning of Mbuna?
Huh. I don't actually know.
You can blurt it out.
I don't know that one.
Mbuna does have a meaning.
Is Google off limits?
No, you can Google anything you want. You just got to be faster than the next guy. Hope you have high-speed internet. Eric Wyrock.
Did he get it?
Yeah, it just means rock-dwelling cichlid.
Awesome. I did not know that.
Or rockfish or whatever. All the Mbuna are, and that's a new guy. So I have to add him to the list. All the Mbuna are relatively, they stick to the shorelines where all the rocky areas are. So basically it just means rock dwelling fish. And that's what Mbuna means.
You learn something new every day.
I don't know what language. He says it's Swahili, and I'm going to take his word for it. But, yeah.
Sounds good.
If I can find it, and that works. All right, continue on with your stream. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail your stream.
Oh, no worries. I don't have anything to do anyways.
We're definitely at a disadvantage now. The degenerate fish keeper just gave himself 200 points.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Can you give it to Mr. Manifesto? Then it won't be, double standard.
So, I was looking on Amazon the other day for this webcam that I saw online, and it's a $30 webcam. It was on sale for $5. So my mother ordered 3 of them, and we tried them out, and it sounds like Steven got one too. I did share the link out on my Discord in case anybody wanted to research it or anything. And we tried them out today. It's not too bad. It works as a good backup in case this one fails or the other one doesn't work or something. Or if my father wanted to put it on multiple fish tanks and then show them all or switch between them. The only bad part is it has like a globe effect, so it's kind of like rounded. Well, the camera lens, not the lens, but the way you see it.
It's kind of the same conversation.
Don't read chat.
Yeah.
Say your
kind
story.
of the same conversation we had the other day. Why buy a $50 camera and then or a microphone and then upgrade to a $100 microphone? You know what I mean? These ones that we're using right now, these were $35 regularly on Amazon, and got them on sale for $30. I actually like the image that are on these better than the ones we just got. So
yeah, but
if you were gonna put it on you, I think these $30 ones better. If you were gonna she's trying to confuse me with clicking buttons.
You can keep talking.
If you were gonna put it on fish tanks or something like that, I do think the $5 ones are
very nice.
Very nice. Like
for the price.
The picture quality is good.
Not as great as these ones.
But I like these better. But that's me.
It's not bad.
You might like something else. Other people might like something else, but that's.
It works for fish tanks, or if you.
But it will work for the purpose that I intended it for, which was I have a switcher. I haven't played around with it yet. I want to set up a couple cameras on a couple tanks.
And then try and switch between them.
Yeah, I can switch between cameras if I want to show off like the baby the baby cichlids or the baby crevenses or the big crevenses, whatever.
Yeah, so it's not bad for that purpose. We haven't tested out the mic yet, but I see a pop-up stream coming in the future of you attempting to switch through cameras and stuff.
Man, you guys are going for like full production value and stuff.
Well,
you're gonna need a producer in the background.
I said it a while ago. You got to 500, so you're halfway there. You kind of got to step up your game a little bit now.
And have a producer in the background. Okay, switch to camera 1. Okay, now to camera 3.
Right.
But, speaking of halfway there, I have 1 month, which technically I think is 3 more weeks or so, to get to 50 followers on Twitch, so I can become Twitch affiliated. Because you have to do it in the span of a month. You don't get a year like you do on YouTube. But you need to get more subscribers and watch hours on YouTube. So I think I said this last time, like you need to have 8 total stream hours. You have to stream on 7 different days, blah, blah, blah. But if anybody has a Twitch account or looks into making one in the future, just know that my Twitch link is pinned right with my StreamYard link. It's on there. There. Just thought I'd say that. You can go on with your story now.
I don't
Hey
mind.
Dave, can you show your Aqua Bridges setup?
I said 1 minute.
Oh, well I don't read your chat. I gotta say hi.
I think J-Rock.
Jarak does stuff.
He can.
Hello.
He's looking.
And 3G, welcome. Let me see if I missed anything. Danikin said, does anyone know the one animal on Earth that considers human parts of their natural food chain?
Oh.
No, I don't. Maybe someone does. Working on
Worms.
making...
Some sort of worms.
Working on making wireless webcams out of them with a Raspberry Pi. That's probably not what it's called. Raspberry Pi. Sounds good. It's probably some fancy technology thing. I only bought them as emergency backups, but they work. They do work. And they'd be nice to switch through fish tanks and have a backup.
Yeah, like I said, for what I was thinking, what I was going to do with them was, I think they'll work great.
He wants to try and do like a flawless transition. And he talked to this guy, Peter.
No, Paul.
Paul. See, I know it's there with P.
And there's no Mary.
Whatever. And was asking him because he does tech and electrical. What does he do?
He
You know
does
him.
Adirondack audio and video. But
Audio
they
and
don't
video.
do live streaming setups. They do
Yes.
home theaters and stuff like that, car audios and stuff like that.
Yeah, so he recommended look into like a stream deck or stream desk, whatever they're called.
I guess they make one for OBS, but they don't do one for
Stream.
StreamYard, which is very confusing to me because I don't know nothing about nothing. But all the cameras are USB, but all the switching decks are HDMI. So then you got to buy the card. So by the time you add the cameras and you add the card, it seems weird. But
Well, I think you could do that. If the output is HDMI and you want to change it over to USB, you just take the output from that switcher and put a video capture card. I have one. There's several different kinds. Here, this particular one. Oh God, I'm gonna move my camera. Hold on.
Okay.
Can you guys still hear me?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get one of these. It's a video capture card where you input HDMI and then the output is USB.
right.
And they're not that expensive on Amazon. I ended up buying 3 of them. That's what I'm actually using that now. The camera you're looking at has an HDMI output, but it's inputted into my computer on USB.
Right.
Hey, Fish Fam, how are y'all?
And B&D Crafts.
Hey, Bandy.
How are y'all doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Just admiring those fish in the background on y'all's picture and Terry's picture. Those are nice fish.
Yeah, that's my favorite fish tank.
Thank you.
What kind are in there?
Of discus.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's 3 different, I guess, strains of discus. There's Santarum, checkerboard, and pigeon blood snakeskin. So
Those are nice fish, for real.
I love them.
Yep. I was just gonna hop on for a couple minutes, see how y'all are doing, and just chat, I guess.
I'm going to run downstairs and show 3G the water bridges. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on your thing. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Have fun. Sandy Daddy, welcome, and Zen Ginger, hello. So, what kind of fish do you keep, B&D?
I actually don't keep fish. I'm in an assisted living facility these days. I just admire the fish that all y'all keep.
Interesting.
Be
It
a
all
rebel.
started back in March of last year when I started watching Catfish Terry's channel. That was around the time he was starting to get into fish tanks and all that. It was pretty cool.
Don't ask for permission. Just get a tank and get it set. Have somebody help you set it up and run with it.
Wow. Those are a lot of tanks.
I think there's 8 of them, and then above them are 2 75-gallon tanks.
Dang. How do y'all change water in all these things?
3G wanted to see those water bridges and set up. So those are 10-gallon tanks connected by water bridges, filtered through this filter. Set up.
And there's the big daddies up there.
Show a quick view of the fish room.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, 3G, but let me know and I can go back to it. Thought I had my mic off. Those are crabenzas and cherry barbs in there. They just had babies again. Those ones are about that babies.
Those are cool.
There's a whole bunch of babies. You can see them swimming.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's where you keep the babies at? You
Yeah.
gotta separate them?
Well,
Yeah,
we have there's a 20 high on the other side of the room with a pair of Nigerian red crabenzas, and we leave their babies in with them because it's just the 2 parents in that tank. But that's a 75-gallon tank with a bunch of other tank mates. So most of the time, we found that the first 2 spawns that they tried to have, the other fish would always come over, and they would, shoo them away. And right now, there's 2 breeding pairs in there. The crabenzas stay around up top, so they're fine. But there's 3 spare male crabenzas that bunched up in like this big of an opening on top of the UV sterilizer, because the 2 breeding pairs, they don't want anything on their half of the tank, and then the other breeding pair doesn't want anything on their half.
So I know sometimes you gotta separate them, depending on what kind of fish they are and how many you got in the tank. I know Terry had to do that. Catfish Terry had to do that with his guppies.
You're not going to see these guys. Oh, there's one. Oh, of course I scared it.
Those are cute.
Chocolate bristle
fish.
Yeah, there's a couple of bristlenose in there, and then
there's only three albinos in there, but they're usually hiding in that case.
albino crabenzas.
What did I say? Something else. Remember tetras? And the bristlenose are in the cave.
Cool. And then you got a 10-gallon, I guess, or something there squeezed in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those
There's more
2 husky racks on the top can fit 2 20 longs, and then a 10-gallon on one husky rack, and then on the other one, the same thing.
Cool.
Here's one pile of cichlids.
Mm-hmm. They're getting bigger, which is good.
There's another pile of cichlids. They're all in the back there.
They're relatively small.
And here's another pile of cichlids. I don't know if you can see this one with the darker water. Yeah, showing up.
Now, what do y'all do with all these fish? Do you sell them or something, or do you just keep them?
Here's the pile of guppies.
We sell by email right now, but we're looking into making a Get Gills or an eBay store.
Oh, cool.
We're waiting
Yeah.
for the Cabensis and the African cichlids to get bigger, though.
Y'all waiting? Are y'all gonna ever open up a brick and mortar store? That would be
Dave
cool.
would have to answer that one.
What's that? A corner store? No. Is that what we said?
Yeah,
Hey, Dave.
yeah, brick and mortar.
Jason was asking that you're putting the tanks right onto the wire of the Husky racks. You know, the wire shelf. Have you ever
Yep.
had any issues with that? Because he got scared and cut plywood and put over it.
I actually, I got scared when we were setting it up, but then I went with, what's the worst that's going to happen? And I laid on it after I put it together, and yeah, I think they're all in the metal rack. The only thing was you could put them. That's going to be annoying. I'm not. You can put them the wrong way, where all the grates are on top. I don't know if you can see that. Like these bars run on top of these bars. So you have to put them that way. If you put them the other way, then there's only one bar sitting up and they don't sit even.
I got you. They'll sit crooked.
Yeah, and it kind of rocks. And I was like, uh-oh, that can't be good. And then I realized what I did and I flipped it over. But yeah, so there's 320s, 2 10s, or 2 20s and a 10 up there. Sorry about the light. And then there's 320s over there, 2 40s, 2 20s and a 10 up there. I don't know. The racks seem to be holding fine. I don't see any problems.
Cool. Y'all got a lot of tanks.
Yep. Got almost 80 tanks.
Wow.
You guys are up to 80? Wow.
This is
Y'all are serious fish keepers.
this is a pygmy sunfish.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of them, but they hide really good.
I was gonna say you should have made that into a short because generally those things are never out.
Right. These are more. I don't even know what they are.
Cabensis.
Those are more cabenzas.
Those are the bigger Cabensis. But yeah, I got my mother 16 pygmy sunfish because she really wanted them. After one of my streams, I showed some pygmy sunfish online, and she really wanted them, so I got her 2 males, 2 females, and then 12 babies of them. So she's happy.
They did. Was that what 3G wanted to say, or did he want more? Is he still here?
I don't know. Let me check. I gotta say hi to some people as well.
Those are
I think
20
I've
longs.
seen
And
3G in a little bit.
those are 10.
Last thing I saw was 3G said, so one pump running how many tanks? And then he also said, I was in a stream the other night and the discussion came to basically your setup, so no problem so far.
No, everything's been good. I think what happened one time, probably cleaning, we hit one of the, this is only a guess because I don't know this to be 100% true. We hit one of the tubes and it must have lost suction. So the
water bubbles.
Yeah, that one. So the water was filling up on the right side a little more than the left side.
Yep.
But so far, there's 2 heaters, 1 pump, and everything's been good ever since I fixed it. I kept losing suction in one bridge, so I did replace that. That might have been a bad glue joint on my part. I mean, I was kind of rushing it.
Yeah. And 3G, there's 1 linear pump running about 38 tanks, and then when we have the fluval breeder boxes, there's about 6 to maybe 12 extra airlines because each one gets an airline to have the water flow and then gets an airline to actually hatch the egg. So about 8 to 12 extra airlines. beyond the 37 or 38 tanks down there.
I called Gemco and talked to the lady and told her what I was going to do. And I'm sure most of you know, it's based on depth, not connections. And, well, connections plays a role on what you're doing, but just another community thing. But she did the math and kind of figured it out and said, oh, yeah, that pump will do what we wanted to do. And I said, well, what if I want to add on? And she said, I can only basically do what I thought I wanted to do. Like basically that room, that pump's at its max. This is a saltwater tank.
Aren't they great though that you can talk to somebody on the phone that knows exactly what you're talking about and exactly what you're trying to do?
Oh, the lady was super awesome.
They're just incredible. They have the worst website on the internet.
Yes.
But because they basically want you to call them. They really do. They want you. They want to talk to you in person because things get kind of screwed up. And you tell them how many tanks you have, what kind of tanks they are. They can tell you exactly what kind of pump you need. They run you through the whole gambit, and they're just incredible people. When it comes to fish rooms, that's my go-to.
Yeah, they were. This is a beta sorority. And the lady was super helpful. I mean, I started off the conversation with, I'm an idiot, but this is what I want to do. And I'm like, I have no idea. And she goes, well, let's count the tanks. I told her exactly what they were. She's just super patient, super helpful. Like, all right.
And by the way, if anybody was looking at that beta sorority, a couple of their tails are like, I guess, bitten into, only because my mother had them in a little bit of a smaller tank, but that doesn't make the difference. That there was one female that was actually a male, so he was very aggressive towards them, and we realized that he was a male, well, she was a he. And we took him out. He's in that tank right now, that tank that you see. But that's why some of their tails are chipped, I guess. So don't worry. There's no aggression in their tank now because they're all females. And that was probably because we got them from Petco and just got a bunch of them. But Danny Weshy, hello. New Local Austin, hello. Came in with hashtag Gold Coast. I'm not sure who that's from, but awesome. Patrick Hardy said, I really miss my fish room and my #1 saltwater tank. And #1 my saltwater tank.
So, Brianne, I noticed you've got over 500 subscribers now. Congratulations.
Thank you. Trying to catch up on chat and say hi to everybody real quick.
Man,
Patrick, which comment are you talking about? Did anyone see your comment? Let's see. I'm going to go back up here.
These guys are still my favorite.
I love the blue and yellow contrast. One of my favorite tanks ever is Demasoni and yellow Libidochromis. There's blue and yellow just contrast each other so well, and they look so good in a tank.
Yep. Yeah, I kind of, I don't know. We bought these. We were in the store and kind of picked some out. I go, I like that one. Sandy liked a couple of them, and well, we got lucky because we got some males and females. So now we're
almost everything is a pair.
Yeah, now we're having babies.
Liquid Zoo -- Only Fins. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and coming over to my streams. He was in Mike's Aquatics and Things. We were on there Saturday, and he or she was in there. So thanks for checking out my channel. Liquid Zoo said it's a disease. Might be something.
He was meaning. I think he was meaning all of us having a bunch of fish tanks.
Oh,
I think
probably.
multiple tanks.
Of course, now they want to swim away. Sorry.
Degenerate Fish Keeper said I should probably subscribe to 503 Aquatics.
Those are pea puffers in here. I don't know how many's in here. 8, 10, 12. I don't know. And a couple cats in here.
Yeah, I think around 12.
Patrick, I think Danny actually answered your question. Water flea, I think, was answered your question. She was asking what Patrick was asking a few minutes ago, what could be jumping around his, I guess, the top of his water tank, fish tank or whatever. Is like white dot.
I get those on occasion, and I just assume they were water fleas, but I do not know that for sure. But on some of my fish tanks, especially if they have a high bio load, and you lift the lid, you'll see these little white dots jumping around. I know exactly what he's talking about. I just assumed they were water fleas, but they've never harmed any of my tanks. So, and they've never spread to my house. They just kind of just live in that little space in between the water line and your lid. I have no idea exactly what they are, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I know.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Then you go ahead.
No, I was just saying, but I do know what he's talking about. I've been there, done that. I've seen him.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about too. I don't know what they're called either. Liquid Zoo said, I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but I do not like how they do that, requiring a phone call.
Yeah, I get it. You know, Gemco gets a lot of flack because of their antiquated website and stuff like that, but I think it's got a lot to do with they just want to make sure that the customer gets the right stuff. Because sometimes people order the wrong stuff. But I get it if you're experienced and you know what you want and all of that, the whole, calling them up and having to give them your credit card number and stuff. I get it. It is 2021. Maybe they could upgrade their website a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, Aquaballs is here. He asked another question. How about a white dot on the tail of a saltwater clownfish, and how do you treat that?
Yeah, he's going to have to show a picture. I don't know if it's saltwater ick or something else.
Yeah. Okay.
Alishon, welcome. Aquaballs, hello. But yeah, Aquaballs, if you have a picture, you can come up or you can share it to one of us.
No, I didn't watch that one yet, Danny. I saw you tearing it apart, but I didn't see what you did yet.
Yeah, he should come up and show us, doggone it.
Yeah, come up and show us, Danny.
Let's see that new sorority. I think I might have watched it, but I've forgotten since then. My short-term memory ain't what it used to be.
And I don't know, I'm kind of old school. I like the phone call thing anyway, so it doesn't bother me to make the phone call and talk to someone. I'd rather know 100% what I'm getting and that I'm getting the right thing rather than just looking at it online and going, oh, that looks like what I need.
But
getting it and it doesn't work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me much.
Andre Ellis, welcome. S, welcome. Brienne, do anyone see my comment? Which comment are you talking about, Patrick Hardy?
That was the one about the water fleas.
Oh, the water fleas. Yeah, I was really behind on chat, so sorry. Hold on.
And alcohol says it's not ick. The fish had ick. I treated it with copper, but the small dot won't go away, or it didn't go away.
There's too many options.
We would probably need to see a picture of it, or they
It
would.
could-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liquid Zoo said hashtag Gold Coast is from Adele. Well, thank you, Adele. Daniel Velez, welcome. Let's see. Big J's Fish Keeper, hello.
Patty's Fish Tank, you're thinking of, oh man, doggone it.
J something aquatics.
Is it JC? I forget his. He hasn't streamed in a while, and I forget his channel name. But that is awesome. He's out of Canada.
Oh, let me let Danny Weshy up. Hold on. Hey, Danny Weshy.
Hello.
I'm subscribed to him. I guess I can.
Okay, well, I'll be there in a little bit.
It's like 10 till 5. So
Okay.
you need to come on.
Okay. I'll be there in a few. Well, I gotta get going. It's almost supper time.
Oh,
I was talking on the laptop. Somebody was in here. They were just telling me it's almost time for supper, so I better get going.
okay. Well, thanks for coming up. It's nice to meet you.
Yep. Yep. Have a good one, y'all.
You too.
Bye.
Terry, well, Patty, are you thinking of JN Aquariums?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yes, I think so. He's based out of Canada.
Yeah, that one.
He breeds clownfish.
Yep.
JN, is it JN Aquaria or JN Aquatics?
JN Aquarium.
I was actually looking on it in my list of channels I'm subscribed to.
So do I.
You could definitely talk to him, and he's a super nice guy, super approachable. I'm sure if you ask the question on one of his videos, he'll be more than willing to help you out. But he's not streaming so much anymore. I think he kind of got burnt out a little bit on the YouTube thing.
Well, hello, Danny Weshy.
Hello.
Did you come up to show your beta tank?
Yep. That's what's on.
That's a pretty good aquascape. I like it.
All of your scapes are pretty cool.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I can't wait for it to really fill in and show everything how I picture it in my head. I'm already picturing it like, 3-4 months down the road.
So coming in on Twitch, there's Petzotics. So hello, Petzotics. Thank you for coming in on Twitch. I feel like I saw someone else. Oh, Lefty3213A, or Lefty Lots of Numbers. Hello. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Lefty lots of numbers.
That's what John calls him from KG Tropicals.
Yes. And then
Cindy.
I'll put this on the screen. This is Diego/multiple aquariums. I just put Petzotics as my username here a few months ago. This is actually my first time on here and using it. Well, I hope you have a good time on Twitch. It's a nice place. There's not a whole lot of fish keepers, so there's mostly gamers on Twitch, and you're gonna break that. But
I'm probably gonna break it.
But it's nice to watch. You click this, you click that, you drag it over, so now everybody can see Danny's awesome scape.
Yeah, I'm trying. I hate how my camera keeps slightly adjusting the focus where it looks like it's zooming in and out over and over. So There we go. I think
It's
it's good.
settled
It's
now.
good now.
Who was that? Sarge's Aquatics, welcome. And is it Lefty that's doing the spreadsheet?
Was that the one I was watching last week? Yeah.
Thanks, Andy.
See, yeah, I thought that's what it was gonna be. Velvet. Velvet's a possibility, but it's really hard to treat, like Terry said.
Yeah, you're guessing at this point without actually seeing it.
Yeah. Steven said I have just as many numbers as Lefty. Yeah, but we just call you 2003.
See, I say Lefty 3213 Alpha.
That's cool.
So how many betas are in here?
Oh, there's only one. That's why it's no longer my beta sorority. And I'm trying to think of adding another fish in there. So there's 13 Harlequin Rasboras, 1 female betta, 3 Siamese algae eaters, 5 Coolie loaches, and a random Von Rio flame tetra that's just been the longest surviving fish of my adult fish keeping. He's just continued to pass on for like several years. But I'm trying to think of like a new sort of like centerpiece fish to add into here, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do. If I want to do like a Senegal Bisher or a like I thought about maybe doing like a line of swordtails even. Like I don't know.
Cool.
What popped into my head, honest to God, was a group of Pandagara.
I'd like to get some Pandagara in here for sure to like kind of help with more like the surface algae and stuff, as the Siamese algae eaters will be picking on the plant hair algae and stuff like that. But yeah, I still think I want to put like a nice like centerpiece fish, or I don't know.
Something a little bigger.
Yeah. But something that's not going to dig, because
Right.
the aquascape isn't super solid. I didn't like plug everything up with filter floss and everything to make sure the sand wouldn't slide or anything, and some of it's already been exposed a little bit over here with some Coolie loaches and stuff, but I honestly don't care. I'm wanting it to kind of naturally get that mix as the tank ages anyway. But I don't want some type of cichlid that's going to intentionally dig and screw everything up.
And this is a 40 breeder?
Yeah.
Man,
I was about to ask that.
There's so many choices.
I know. If possible, since most of the fish are kind of from the area of like Thailand and that kind of area of Asia, most of them at least, other than that Rio Flame Tetra, I would maybe like to get something from that area as well, kind of keep it to the Siamese Thai theme.
Well, that blows my recommendation, because I was going to say I'd put 7 Denison barbs in there.
Denison barbs would be kind of cool. I think 7 of them might outgrow the tank.
Well, yeah, but that's when you give them to me.
Oh, okay. My cat's jumping up on the chair that has my phone sitting on it. So
Man, there are so many choices.
I know, all right.
So keep it to Asia.
Danikin said some green tetras would look great in there, Danny. However, the beta might eat them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
The green tetra's been coming up lately. That's like the 4th time I've heard them mentioned. I don't know.
They're really sharp if you put them in the right environment.
But I kind of want like another sort of like almost predator fish-ish, you know, to kind of keep the harlequins more in a tighter school most of the time.
Well, you'll definitely have to let us know how that goes.
Yeah,
So
I just kind of keep thinking. I'll probably just put a Senegal Bisher in here.
What time is it? 6 o'clock. We'll end stream in a couple minutes. Is Kayla going with that? I'm gonna borrow
It
this.
doesn't say live.
You don't think the Bicher would eventually just eat everything?
Well, I mean,
Schedule. But no.
I think eventually it would probably get to that point, but the Harlequin Rasboras will get to a relatively decent size, and they're pretty quick. Bichers aren't the fastest of eaters most of the time. They're more like opportunistic when it comes to that sort of thing. And they'll eat anything that gets in their mouth, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about it for the most part. But I mean, eventually, like, you know, farther down the road when it's over a foot long, it's not going to be in this 40 breeder anyway.
I get you. I understand.
Thanks for coming, Lefty3213A. Thanks for coming. And what did Liquid Zoo say? Only if it fits in its mouth, like most fish, but they aren't really all that aggressive.
Yeah.
I am geeking out on this fish I'm thinking about getting after I get done with this current job. They call them hinge mouths, which is the common name. And they're a predator, but they don't get entirely too large, and they have a real unusual shape. You'll have to Google it, but I forget what the scientific name is.
Is that the one that, like, shoots out its mouth, like, super far to, like, get its food?
They kind of, like, tilt their head kind of goofy, and, yeah, they're just a weird fish.
Kind of launch their mouth out like an alien from Alien versus Predator or something.
Alishon said Asian rummy nose, and then however you say that, resplendens, if you can find them.
Sabla resplendens, if you can find it.
What is that?
Get a metric crap ton of autos. Oh yeah, see, I would, when the tank ages a little bit more, I plan to get some autos in here too.
Awesome.
Oh, I've seen these before. I just didn't know what that was. Oh, these are cool. I've only seen them a couple times, but man, are they?
Yeah.
They're cool.
I haven't had the best luck with autos so far. They seem to last for a while, but then all of a sudden they just go away. Why is my phone wanting to fall over now? What the hell?
I kept autos once. I've only ever had one auto.
There we go.
Oh, only one auto sinkless? Really? They're one of my favorites.
That was like my first, like within the first month or two when I kept fish. His name was Philip on algae.
Oh, it's a Carib Sea sand. Patrick.
It's a very pretty thing.
Come from Myanmar. Oh man, I wish I had. How big is 35 millimeters?
35 millimeters is
Millimeters?
0.35 centimeters. No, it's 3.5 centimeters. So then
inches.
That would be like 1 inch.
Okay, so it's pretty small. I'm gonna have to get some
1 to 2 inches. Yeah.
Now that I know their scientific name. All right, I gotta add this to my wanted fish tab.
35 millimeters to inches.
It's okay, Patrick. That's not the first time you've put Danikin Aquatics when you've actually been talking to me.
I think I've done that once, but I corrected myself before I sent the message, more than likely. But
When you're on a computer and it autofills, you just type Dan and you just click it, and so it just kind of auto does it, you know? I'm
yeah.
always on my phone, so I have to type out everybody's names if I want to, like, actually at them. And some people have these complicated, punctuation and stuff involved with their name that I have no idea how to type on my phone. So it's like, sorry, I can't tag you.
Yeah. That's why I go to my laptop and I like copy paste their name. Well, it does autofill, but I always copy paste their name, so
Yeah.
makes it easier. I can't remember their name. I think it was Orchid something. It was in one of the fish streams, but it was in this like really like weird fancy font, and
Yeah.
I couldn't do that on my phone. So I went to my Chromebook and I copy pasted their name to try and subscribe to them and tag them in a chat. But
Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
Keeping on the Asian theme, have you ever considered putting a red-tailed shark in there?
I have.
Because
Or a rainbow shark.
won't.
I like the rainbow sharks, and if I catch that if I can catch that blue rainbow shark out of my the tank that's behind me with my baby African cichlids in there, I'll put him in there too.
Yeah, I think that would be a decent fit. I mean, he might chase him around a little bit, which is kind of what you want him to do anyways. But
Yeah.
He's not going to predate that much on him.
Right. They're kind of similar. They're very similar to the Siamese algae eaters. They're
Yeah.
kind of closely related even, so. But yeah, I haven't actually seen him in like a day or two, and I was kind of looking for him like in the rocks and stuff. I don't know where he is, so I'm hoping he's still in there. But as soon as he pops out, I'll catch him and add him into this tank, because he's a blue glow rainbow shark, so he's red and blue. And since I have the glow beta in there, it's just like, it'll work.
awesome. Paul McCarthy, welcome, and Fish Tropic, welcome. Fish Tropic said albino red-tailed shark variant.
Yeah, I kind of like the albinos. But yeah, he's blue, and his eyes are blue, but then his fins are red. He's really cool.
I'm a diehard. I am just a 100% diehard red-tailed shark fan.
Yeah.
I think
Well, see, my very first fish that I remember as a kid, like picking out at the pet store and like naming and all that stuff. It was a red-tailed shark, and I called him Batman, and he was awesome. I had that fish for several years. He got up to about 5 or 6 inches, and then he just didn't. He was gone. I mean, we had a 29-gallon tank, so like he could only get so big before he just wasn't gonna make it anymore. We didn't know stuff when we were younger.
I get it.
Yeah, red-tailed sharks are really awesome. My mother likes them a lot. I have a short video that is called Baby Shark, and we put 2 red-tailed sharks in this tank.
Please tell me you didn't play the music to Baby Shark.
No, I
It
didn't.
was just named.
Oh,
No, it's just a great way to get views, you know.
Well, it actually didn't do as good as I thought it did. This was in the beginning, and I Googled top search words on YouTube, and Baby Shark was on there. So I went, we were getting the sharks, and I'm like, well, this makes sense. So let's name it that. Yeah, it may have hit 900, but well, back then,
Now 900 ain't that bad.
right? Back then, with way less subscribers, you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I still sometimes add fun tags into my videos like Minecraft and Roblox, and if there's fun stuff going on like politically or whatever, I'll add random political tags into there too. Just
This is why I'm never going to get anywhere with YouTube, because I really don't have that kind of effort.
yeah. I don't do it like all the time, like really hardcore, but sometimes I'm just feeling like it and just random things will pop in my head. It's like, yeah, I can add that too. And
So I just downloaded an app because I'm gonna probably do a live stream on Instagram after this. I was gonna live stream on Instagram while I was streaming on YouTube and Twitch, but I thought that'd be confusing like last time. So I was clicking some buttons and I saw this cool video. I don't think my camera will let me show it, but it will.
oh, nice.
It's an axolotl.
Oh, wow.
Axolotl eating a
A
bloodworm.
see-through axolotl eating a worm.
Yep.
Nice.
There's a couple other cool photos, like these betas. Hold on. I think it's too
That-
bright.
That one's not showing, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Those are cool betas.
Red face, white bettas, huh?
Yeah. There's a couple other really pretty ones. Like this one's a regular beta.
Oh, a red samurai. Nice. We have like one red samurai and a couple black samurai for sale at the store right now. But I don't think anybody watches in the St. Louis area.
So credits to Betta Fish Support, I think, for the photo. I don't know. I get all these really cool photos on Instagram. Well, I thought that was a video, but there's some baby discus. Well, not baby, but I assume not fully colored up. I don't know what kind they are. Oh, they're blue rim discus. So those are kind of cool. I get all sorts of things. I don't know if anybody actually cares, but I think these photos are so cool. And I know it doesn't show up that good, but you get the general idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a cool beta. I don't know what kind that is.
I like Degenerate's beta that he's got there.
Oh,
I haven't seen it in a while. So.
Terry's got to do laundry. He's AFK for a minute. But oh my god, this page is awesome. It's filled with a bunch of really pretty betas, a bunch of really pretty discus, and a bunch of aquascapes. So
is Danny's page. He has really cool aquascapes.
yeah,
Oh,
that's Danny Weshy.
No
well,
kidding.
thanks.
Hold on, I lost the. Does anyone know what kind of beta this is? Because I love that.
I believe. Oh, I don't know. That one's really cool, though. I don't know what the tail marking is called.
That's so pretty. I don't know. I could do just like a whole stream, just me scrolling through this page and showing a bunch of cool betas. That one's awesome.
Well, that one's pretty
Wow.
Like, it's not the clear photo, but it's pretty decent. I just have to turn my brightness down when I'm showing betas. Oh, that's a nice one. I'm sure someone here knows what kind of arowana that is. It's a really deep red, but it shows up as like an orange.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see as the crebenzas grow up here. We got a pile of them, so hopefully we could sell some of them. Get
Yeah.
them out of here. If we can't, I may end up separating them and shifting that tank to something else.
Something else?
Something else.
Something else.
It'll be a surprise.
Yeah, okay. There's a cool one. I saw that.
Orange hatchetfish. Yeah. Surface fish.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even think of that. Danny, you should put a butterfly, an African butterfly in there.
Oh,
See, I'd really
well,
love to do that.
Yeah,
but
except no,
I
he'd
don't have the
probably
floating plants for that, and I don't want to put floating plants in here. I want the low plants and all that to thrive, not the floating plants.
He'd probably eat anything that came to the surface too. So never mind.
Yeah.
Found another beta. This one's actually pretty cool.
He would look cool.
Oh wow.
That one's
Wow. Candy body with the solid black fins. That's crazy.
awesome. Yeah, I don't know what this is called. I guess it's just my suggested page, like a bunch of photos that are suggested for me. But it's all discus and betas and aquascapes too. And then there's some random photos. I think these are, well, some are aquarium co-op photos.
I remember what I was going to say before, Terry. That
Yeah, I knew you would.
That happened in Justice Stream. I actually remembered when I went downstairs, and then I forgot to say anything when I came back up. Bob Kaler donated a python to the school fish tank that Rocco's doing.
Oh, that's really cool.
He was talking about doing the water changes, and I think the two things they needed was a python and a glass lid, and Bob donated the python.
That's awesome.
So that was kind of cool. I think he's got almost the whole setup. I think the glass lid is the last thing he was waiting for.
Yeah, and I don't know if his light showed up today, but we did send him a light. And when his fish tank gets up and going, if he wants, I'm going to send him a couple starter cultures of really easy, low-maintenance worms.
My 2 years of junior high, we had a homeroom. And my homeroom was a science teacher. And he had somewhere in the 300-gallon range tank. And when I first got there, there was nothing in it. I mean, there wasn't even water in it. And I'm in, fifth grade? No, sixth grade. It was seventh grade, because it's seventh and eighth and then high school. So seventh grade.
Those are years from kind of water, huh?
And I was like, well, how come this tank is empty? And he goes, I leave it up to you guys. If you guys want to do something with it, do something with it. I'm like, okay, I got this. So that very day, I filled it up with water, and which took a while. And the next thing you know, I'm bringing fish in for this fish tank. And I don't know how many friends it got me in junior high school, being the weirdo on the bus with bags of fish. But it definitely helped me with my hobby, and definitely helped me with my science grade. And I did it as a North American native tank. I had, natives in there. I didn't have any tropical fish in there. It was all sunfish, largemouth bass, bullheads, mud minnows, creek chubs, things like that.
Yeah, when I was virtual, one day my science teacher set up the camera because there was this experiment and you had to watch the screen. And it showed the whole room, and he's got a 75-gallon tank in there, completely empty. It was kind of cool. Found another beta.
Did you do anything with it?
No, never did anything with it. That's kind of a cool beta.
But I highly recommend fish tanks in classrooms. Absolutely.
Yep.
They're
Me
awesome.
too. My anatomy and physiology teacher had a giant, 2-foot long pleco in his tank in our classroom. It was awesome.
My first exposure to honest to God real fish tanks was my 4th grade teacher, who had a double stack 55 on a wrought iron stand. and he had goldfish in the bottom tank, and he had Jack Dempsey's in the top tank. And that was the first time I got to see a substratum spawning cichlid. And the hole they dug out, you could, because it was a wrought iron stand, you could look up through the bottom, and you could see the babies and everything while they were protecting them. And yeah, it was really cool. That had a big impact on me as well. So yeah, fish tanks and classrooms, they go together. They should be there. And that was really cool of Bob to donate a python, because pythons definitely make it easier.
I think there should be fish tanks everywhere. I love eating at restaurants that have fish tanks. I love going to like other places that have fish tank. I just want there to be a fish tank everywhere. Dentist's office, doctor's office, like everywhere should have a fish tank, because I mean, if you have anxiety about going to the dentist, like at least you get to, calm down a little bit by looking at the fish tank first.
Yeah, except then you get the ones. I've been in a couple public places where you see the fish tank and it's not optimal.
Well,
It
yeah,
looks like mine,
the terrible
you know,
fish
nobody-
tanks at
nobody
some of the
cleaned glass.
places that are all green.
Yeah, nobody's cleaned the glass in like a month and a half, and that gives me more anxiety, because I want to go and I want to go clean it.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
can I clean your fish tank? Looks like
And see, that's why, man, I think it would be so cool to like start a business, being the guy that, sets up and maintains the tanks for these places and stuff like that. I think that'd be fun.
The first YouTuber that I ever watched that dealt with fish tanks was LA Fish Guy, and that's what he does. He has an aquarium business, and that's all his videos were, of him going to different customers and maintaining their tanks.
Yeah.
My dentist, when I was a kid, had fish tanks. One in the main lobby office and one in one of the exam rooms, or whatever they're called.
And in Finding Nemo, there's a
Yes.
fish tank in the dentist office.
Yeah.
The secretary's job was to also take care of that, so they were always clean.
Rocco's light got to him today.
Cool.
I did find another beta.
And then, speaking of, fish in the classroom and all that stuff too, I know not everybody shops at big box stores or whatever, but if you go to petsuppliesplus.com/classroom, there's doing a whole like grant system to get any sort of like small pet into the classroom for, learning purposes and all that, whether it be, a guinea pig, a parakeet, or a cool little lizard, or a fish tank, and so let your teachers know about it, because it's actually a really good grant program.
Did you you post that in? Did you send that to Rocco?
I did send it to Rocco.
You were talking
I
about
sent it to Drew with Fishy Biz Aquatics as well.
All right.
But I mean,
And that's
Brienne's
true.
still in school, so she can tell her teacher.
That's
No, I
very
just-
true too, because one of my teachers in grade school had an African gray in her classroom, and she would occasionally let it out and fly around the room, and oh God, you wouldn't believe how much we all loved it.
Oh yeah.
Everybody
One
in
of
that
my-
class loved it.
One of my favorite videos that I've seen was just a little bitty short where there was like a cockroach in the school, and so the teacher just grabbed his bearded dragon, and it's like, here comes Zeus to the rescue, and just lets the bearded dragon on the ground, and it runs up and it eats the cockroach, and it's like, good job, Zeus. And
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
there's lots of fun stuff when you get animals to school. And then, kids can also just get excited to go to the classroom just because there's a cool animal there. And it makes the
Exactly.
whole learning experience that much better, because then they're excited to go into just the classroom itself.
Oh, believe me, all through grade school, the teacher that had that African gray, before class started, I'd go to her room, say hi. Her name was Mrs. Bollinger, and I'd say hi, and then I'd go say hi to the parrot, because I was fascinated with it. It was like, this is the coolest freaking thing ever, man. And I'd give him his treats, and I freaking bonded with that bird through grade school. I couldn't wait till, school started again so I could see the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Maybe I can convince my new science teacher to get a fish tank in his bathroom. I don't know who my science teacher is.
I was going to say, is that the guy I like so much? I don't know.
No, it's definitely not Mr. Dewey.
I mean, fish tanks in the classroom can teach so much about life and death and ecosystems and cycle and all that different stuff. My sister kind of used my little beginner video series that I made on YouTube as like a little learner thing with one of her homeschool classes that she has. So it's always fun to share knowledge like that.
So Bob Kaler's live. Half an hour.
Bob Kaler's live. Yeah.
I feel bad now.
Wednesdays are a packed day when it comes to live streams.
Yeah, I think Rocco's supposed to be doing something on Thursdays.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I found
I
another
forgot who he
beta.
was teaming up with. Guppy. I want to say maybe Guppy Guru or.
And then
It's
Natural Aquarium. Wow, that beta was awesome.
I was
Show
gonna
that one
say-
again.
Yeah,
Show that one again.
I'm sure that beta went for a lot of money.
Wow. Look at that. That's crazy. I want that guy.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I'm assuming this is in a different language. I don't know.
I believe Natural Aquariums is doing his first live stream tonight at what time was it?
10:30 Eastern.
I think at 10:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
So that would be 9:30 my time, which is kind of like right there in between a couple other streams.
Yeah, I think there's a couple that go at 9 at the same time.
Yeah.
After Dan. Oh yeah, Dan's Fish is going.
Yeah.
After this is Kaler's Aquatics, and then I forget.
And I haven't had a Wednesday off in so long that I can't remember the last time I caught a Dan's Fish live stream. I'm excited to catch another one tonight. It's been a long time.
He doesn't really get down to it till
Uh-oh.
he generally doesn't get down to it for a little while, and usually I'm in bed by 10 because I got to be up at 4:30. So
I know that pain. I know that pain well.
I'm off tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about that one.
What's going on, people?
Holy credation that Ghost Knife is still alive.
Still alive.
How many
Knock
have
on
you
wood.
killed so far?
I've killed 6.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
Stephen asks, what's the teacher-to-student ratio at your school? Seems like a small group of kids would have a lot of fun with a class tank for sure. Well, in each grade, there's about 60 students. So I don't know if that's big or small to you. I know that my friend has like 1,000 in their school, in their whole school. But there's about 50 to 60 per grade. And then the graduating class is about 10 or 12.
What? My kid's graduating class was like 730 people.
Yeah,
It was insane.
my graduating class had about 700.
My God, there's never more than 20 in the graduating class.
Wow.
The school I went to was big.
This one's very
Wow.
small, and it's not the best because
Small town area.
there's fights in the hallways.
That's actually, I think, more beneficial though, because there's a lot more interaction between teacher student.
Right.
Is Dan giving away some sort of barb?
Odessa Bar.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sure he is. He gives away something every stream. Did you see
Nice.
Brianne's light?
Ooh, those
eyes
Odessa
light
barbs
up
would
when-
look good
when-
in that tank.
She heard Odessa barb and she was like, "What?"
I actually am gonna get a trio of those sometime to put in.
Trio. You should get a whole bunch more than a trio.
I should. I really should.
No, I'm serious. Those things are
Yeah,
rough
very
customers.
Yeah, you think tiger
kinda like
barbs are
cichlids.
bad? You think tiger barbs are bad, man? Odessa barbs are brutal.
Yeah, they pick
I've
each
never
other
kept-
apart.
I've never kept tiger barbs.
Trust me, you want like 10,
Yeah.
How big of a tank do they need?
40 breeder. I mean, you could probably shoehorn them into a 20 long, but I mean, they're brutal.
I had 10 of them in a 55, and they just, what they would do is like the 10 of them, well, 9 of them would pick on the weakest one, and then there was 9, and then 8 of them would pick on the weakest one, and then there was 7. You know, or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
They
They just kept nipping each other to death until there was only one.
Wow.
Yeah, they're rough.
they're rougher than tiger barbs, and tiger barbs have a nasty reputation, and Odessa barbs are way worse.
What is it? Is it Greg Sage? Like he had a bunch on his channel, and he keeps them like 100 to a tank, something like
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
I mean, they're beautiful fish.
Oh yeah,
They just got a little bit of an attitude.
yeah, that's an understatement, in my opinion. But yeah, try it. They're fun though. They're cool. They're definitely cool looking fish.
Doo-boo-doo-boo.
Yeah, I think they look cool. I don't know. I got enough butthead fish. I don't need more.
I think I made this grub pie with too much water. Ew. It's like gel.
You made what?
Grub pie.
I don't even want to know, man.
Rapashi.
Yummy.
It's called
Oh.
grub pie.
Yeah.
Rapashi. It smells like death. The fish love it. But I guess I didn't use enough or too much water, I guess.
I mean, it pretty much is death because the fish that eat it eat death stuff. So
Well, it's grubs, man. I don't know how.
dead grubs.
Yeah, well, I guess. And ground up.
Yeah,
And then put in hot boiling water.
and grubs eat dead stuff too. So there you go.
There you go.
I think our pet store is doing away with the Rapashi line there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, well, the Morning Wood and all those ones, and they had totes of them, 50% off.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, I would grab some. If you use Rapashi, it's definitely be worth it.
Right. Yeah, we got all the ones we used for the
Flickos.
plecos and
Pretty
stuff.
much all the fish.
Oh,
you
yeah.
use Rapashi for.
Definitely mix this too loose.
For my 500 giveaway, I gave away some Rapashi because I feel like some people use it.
Oh, yeah.
You can buy them and sell them.
Yeah. Buy, sell, buy, sell, sell.
Let's see. 8.
The fishy stock market.
Use 2 to 1 water, 2 powder.
Yeah, that's what I thought I did, but
See you later, Daniel. Bless.
I don't know. I was trying to mix everything up on the fly because I wasn't sure how much I needed. So I mixed a little, and then I was like, "Oh, that's not enough." So then I mixed some more, and I think that's where I screwed up the ratio. Oh well,
Stock up on that morning wood. Yeah,
I'm
morning
still gonna
wood.
feed it. It's like baby poop.
Morning wood and bottom scratcher are the two that we commonly use for plecos.
I got those too. I have both of those as well, and I have the grub pie, and I think I have the community blend or the super. I think I have a whole bunch of Apache. I think I have like the super green, which is like the herbivore stuff.
Yeah, we have super green, soylent green, community.
Community I have as well, yeah, and then I got the morningwood, the
Wood,
grub pie.
I have
the
grub
bottom
pie.
scratcher.
We also have meat pie too, which I think is an older one. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
I was gonna make him an offer, and there was like 3 totes or 4 totes. I can't remember. You know those shopping baskets? They had like 3 or 4 of them. I was just gonna make him an offer on all of them.
Yeah, like $100. Take the whole thing, whatever it is.
What worst they say is no. So
Exactly. Like you can't hurt to ask, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mind.
Yeah.
I have no problem walking up to someone and asking them.
I do.
We were driving down the road one time, and my daughter liked these. Holy cow! I forget what kind of chicken it was, but it was chicken. Lady had them in her front yard, and we were driving down the road. I see them wandering around, and I go, "Stop the car." I went up to the lady. I go, "You want to sell your chickens?" And I don't remember if we got them or not, but I just knocked on the door. I'm like, "Yeah." I don't care. You got something in your yard I'm interested in, I'll just walk up and ask you. You say no, you say no.
I don't like talking to people.
I don't care.
That's hysterical.
That's
gotta
very difficult.
Move over, Brienne. Chicken's riding next to you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Barred rocks. I think they were barred rocks. Something like
Whatever they were. I like these license plates. I was talking about them last time. I like these license plates, but I didn't want to ask the lady how much they were, so I was just like standing there. My sister finally asked her.
Would you ask Terry if we had chickens?
Yeah, do you guys have them?
Not anymore.
We used to. We had like 150 chickens.
Oh, wow. That's
40,
a lot of chickens.
40 ducks, a bunch of turkeys. We had bunnies, goats, alpacas, pigs.
And not an insect in the yard nowhere.
No, we even had guinea hens, but
We had, yeah. Are those the same as quails?
no, we had button quails. They were kind of cool because we had the
Scruffy ate one of them.
we had a
Guinea
55
fowl.
we had a 55-gallon fish tank on top of a stand, and it was a real wood stand. And I took the bottom apart and put mesh doors on it, and that's where we kept the guinea
Quails.
button quails. Sorry, not guinea quails.
And my mother was cleaning their thing one day, and our dog, Scruffy, went up to him and took one of the quails and hid it behind the couch. It's not nice to laugh about it, but I am anyway.
That happens.
I don't know. When I retire, I'll get some land and maybe have a couple other animals.
Yeah,
I thought about getting a couple chickens for the backyard. You know, get one of those designer coops and just have
Your German Shepherds would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our shepherd was actually pretty good. If she got out and one was out in the yard, she'd chase it, and you could yell at her, and she would just hold it to the ground. And then she didn't do that anymore. She just killed it.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be my luck too.
And that's why they no longer have 100 chickens.
Yeah, we sold a lot of them. We started redoing the population, you know what I mean, with younger ones. And
eventually, like
we started hatching them, and we got down quite a few, and the something got the chickens.
Yeah, something. I haven't moved my mouse on my computer for a little while, so it went back to the Windows home screen, and I thought I was kicked out of the stream. That's why I was like, I got it. Because normally I'm like moving my mouse all over,
But these days, too busy between fish tanks, work here, work at camp, or work at campgrounds. Several of them.
Well, yeah, especially if you got like alpacas and stuff, man.
They were cool though.
they were awesome.
I bet you, I'm sure they were.
Oh, we had goats. I think I said we had goats, but we had goats at one time.
Yeah, those pissed me off.
Geese, roosters.
My wife wants to have a one of them miniature like billy goat things that just run around and just knock you over every chance they get.
These ones kept jumping in the road.
Don't male goats stink. Stink.
Do they?
Bad.
Good to know.
And they kept jumping over the fence into the road. So
Their fur stinks. Their coops stink, and it don't matter how much you clean them. It just stinks.
Male
Touch 'em.
sugar gliders are not pleasant to smell either.
Yeah, touch them, and your hands stink.
yoga goats.
Yeah, females are better.
I told her if we were going to get a goat, I said I'd want the fainting goats where you just walk up to them and go bang and they just fall over. and my wife was like, but that's so cruel. I was like, that's just what they do. That's their go-to.
We're upstate, Andre.
Yeah, New York isn't just a city, Andre.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, it's a whole state.
They raised all the animals on top of their apartment complex building.
They're on the roof of the apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
All on that tiny little area. They have all those animals.
Hanging out with the PJs.
They called it the New York City Noah's Ark.
No, we're
Boy,
way up
was it something to see.
up by Lake George. If you ever, that's where most people have been, so it's easier to say that, or seen or heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to move to upstate New York if it wasn't so expensive.
We would love to have you up
Upstate
there.
New York, what do you do? We moved from Jersey because it was so expensive.
I'm going south, man.
Well, yeah, I'd also like to move down to like Texas or Florida and have an African cichlid pond.
Where do you live right now, Danny?
Smack dab in the middle of those two.
There is a
St. Louis, Missouri.
There is a cichlid farm near where's Yellowstone?
Wyoming.
That's what I was going to say was Wyoming. There is an actual, honest to God, outdoor cichlid farm, and I want to say it's Wyoming. But they tapped in their water source is geothermic.
Yeah.
So the water coming out of the ground is hot.
Yeah.
And they got all these cement tubs, and they're in the middle of
High
the
mineral
winter.
content. Oh,
They're in the middle of winter in Wyoming with snow everywhere, and they're still breeding African cichlids.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, traditionally Wyoming has soft water, but right around where it's the geothermic area, like that water is like super hard and
hot
ready
and
for.
full of minerals.
Oh yeah, that's like some good African cichlid water right there.
Jimmy P Aquatics, welcome. Said I came in here to see Brienne's fish fam, and I get the Three Stooges.
Screw you, Jimmy P.
There's a
Now,
what?
Steven, I was going to say, when the Repashy, you do the 2-to-1, 2 water to 1. Is that how it is?
Yeah.
2 to 3 parts water to 1 part powder. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who doesn't love the Three Stooges? Come on, man.
Right?
I didn't really care much for it.
Really?
You're not sophisticated enough, Danny.
I've never seen the Three Stooges.
Slapstick humor wasn't really my thing. The closest thing I liked to the Three Stooges was like Monty Python, but that's a whole different level of humor than the Three Stooges.
My favorite Monty Python is the Dead Parrot sketch.
Yeah, that was great.
God, this smells so bad.
Well, my phone is gonna die, so I gotta charge it up for the stuff that's for tonight and everything. So I'll see you guys later.
See you, Danny.
Thanks for coming, Danny. You have a very awesome aquascape.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, tank looks great, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you, man.
Geek Boy said there's a wild cichlid pond in,
I think Utah.
Utah. Even has flower horns.
Wow.
Wow. I saw someone from Utah the other day.
See, this was when I found out about this place. That's why I kind of can't remember exactly where it is. It was actually featured in a tropical fish hobbyist magazine. This was pre-internet days, and I mean, internet wasn't even a thing. So I remember reading about it, and they showed pictures of it, and it was just like so awesome. Like their source water would come out steamy. And they'd actually have to run it through some pipes to cool it down a little bit to get it cool enough to, keep fish in it. And I was like, God, could you imagine just unlimited free hot water?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to have a pond like that.
An in-ground pond would be awesome. Take notes. That'll be where your boat goes.
Yeah. We have a spring that runs across the street. It doesn't come down to the road, but it seeps back into the ground. There's a spring that runs over there all the time.
What does that do?
There's a couple of them that actually have them piped out to, and you can fill your, if we're out on the road near them, we just fill up our coffee cups or water bottles or whatever and fill it up with the water.
Home
It's
spring.
clean. Some people crying about beaver fever, but I don't know. Never got sick before.
What the heck is beaver?
Beaver.
It's a parasite from beavers.
You can
Drinking out of a
also
creek.
you can also get fleas or something from doing goat yoga.
Oh, if this was not Brienne's stream, there is 1,000 freaking jokes.
For beaver fever? Yeah. I could hear a ding on my phone later from Terry's tropical tanks.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Dave's smiling ear to ear, man. I think you're feeling red,
Degenerates
too.
being grown up.
I can totally see that.
Well, I see a topic for you, Jason, to have.
There you go.
You understand relate everything back to that time where you saw that saltwater stream, and then after the saltwater stream, you got a ding from Terry.
Yeah.
And he just
So I said,
talking
I feel
about
a ding coming on my phone from Terry's tropical tanks.
yeah. I can sense the future. You predict the future.
No, that night in the stream, I knew
Oh, you were watching the stream before it, and you were like, "Yeah, Terry's going to say something about this."
that. Oh, you were in chat, and I was in chat, and the stuff they were saying, and I'm like, yep.
Terry's
I
got
feel
a
this,
cool
this going on. I'm sitting on the couch, phone goes ding. I'm like, oh, Terry's tropical tanks. Wonder what this is.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was just simplifying the overcomplication they were trying to do.
Yeah,
Don't get started about
It was
overcomplication. I swear, I will kick you out of this chair if you start
I won't.
saying if you start saying your motto.
I'm a big fan of keep it simple, stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, really.
I like that. That works good.
Let me tell you what, grub pie is probably the worst smelling thing I've ever smelled in my entire life.
Yeah.
Obviously, you haven't put night crawlers in your car on a hot July day and forgot they were there.
I've smelled night crawlers. I mean, maybe not a hot July day, and
No,
I've never smelled hot night crawlers, but
I'm talking about night crawlers that died
worse.
and turned into goo.
all right, that's fair.
Rapashi bottom scratcher smells really bad too. But the other ones don't smell that bad. To me at least.
I don't know. Every time I go down to the fish room, all I smell is yeast and vinegar and
Worms.
worms. Worm culture's growing.
I wonder who that was from. Must have been your other daughter.
There's a pile of them down there.
I have
That's
25
the
cultures.
latest.
I may have missed it, but what is your latest fish keeping activity?
What was the question?
That's a good question. I know one that I want to do.
Latest fish keeping
The
activity.
activity that I want to do is definitely platinum rice fish in a 10 or 20 gallon. But
The latest one is the
shell dwellers.
shell dwellers.
No. The latest one would be my humpback limias and my Zoogonicus tequila goodies. Because I got them after my shell dwellers, I think. Or the same week after. I'm not sure. Somewhere right there. Either shell dwellers or the fish I just listed. They're my latest thing.
Fermented night crawlers.
Sounds good.
Isn't that basically tequila?
I think the worm's supposed to be alive in the bottle.
Yeah, right. Don't drink the worm.
If it's not moving, don't buy that bottle.
They sell worms in alcohol?
Someday we'll talk all about it.
Really?
Tequila used to have a worm. I haven't seen that in a long time though. I don't know if that's still a thing, is it?
I don't know.
I'm sure it is.
I'm sure somebody.
I'm sure there is.
Generally, you saw it down in Mexico, but I don't know anybody from Mexico.
You gotta save that link.
No, probably not.
It's probably ending his stream in like 9 minutes.
Oops.
Oh darn it, what was I gonna say? So my mother's got this wine bottle, like I think it's custom wine from Rick Fightin with Fightin Signs.
Fine signs.
And she had it in the back of the cupboard for a while, and she's gonna dump it. And I'm really excited because then I get to start another vinegar ale culture. But this is a different method than what I normally do. This is one I saw in Aquarium Co-op, so it'll be a cool thing.
Hey, look, new local Austin.
Hi, new local Austin.
Is that the one where the guy was like, he went to some old guy's fish room and he had the vinegar eels like in the most simple way ever?
I think so.
Yeah, let me know how that turns out because I'm curious. I'd be curious to see.
Sorry, I was AFK. I missed it.
And you feed the vinegar eels to like it's like for like fry and stuff like that, like real small stuff, right?
Well,
yeah, I feed them to the cherry bar babies because there's 8 or 9 of them.
Right.
I have fed them to like new Crevensis fry that we separated. I fed them to the rice fish.
The heck?
There's a cat. You can hear that?
I heard it. I don't know what I heard, but I heard it.
2 cats. The one was
It
laying
didn't
there.
sound like it sounded demonic.
two cats enter, 1 cat leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thunderdome.
But yeah, I fed them to a couple of our fry, and that is the one that that's one culture that I don't use as much. I got a 2-ounce starter culture, and there is a lot of vinegar eels in there, so I have 3 vinegar eel cultures right now. And like all my other cultures, like the microworms, banana worms, and Walter worms, they reproduce. Each female worm has about 45 baby worms each day, and at 8 days of age, they start reproducing. And that's the one we feed to almost anything. I mean, guppies, ember tetras, cichlids. You can feed them to pea puffers. A lot of adult fish and a lot of baby fish. You can feed those worms to, which is good because they reproduce very fast. But vinegar eels, I think they live for, well, the microworms, banana worms, and Walter worms, I believe they live for like 10 days maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not positive on that.
What is it? All right, microworms. I know they're basically like the ones that you have in like the mashed potatoes and stuff, right?
Yes.
And then I don't know what a banana worm is or what a Walter worm is. Like, what's the difference between those two, and how are they different from microworms?
So microworms, well, they're kept the same way. All three of them are kept the same way in the mashed
Okay.
potatoes,
Okay.
oatmeal, whatever you use. And they're cultured the same way. They're just different sizes. So the microworms, I think the microworms reproduce a little bit less.
Are they the smallest ones?
The microworms get about 1/10 of it. So they're the larger of the three.
Oh, okay.
And
So microworms are the bigger of the banana and Walter worms?
yes, banana and Walter
Yeah, because
worms.
that makes a lot of sense.
Right. Yeah.
So,
It's probably a government thing.
And they all smell the same. Yeah. Sandy.
yeah, but banana worms and Walter worms, I'm not sure what the actual difference is, but they
They're
both
just
get
different
to-
size, right? So you just depends
No,
on
they
what you're
both get
feeding.
to a 16th of an inch. They're both grow to a
Oh, I
16th of
see.
an inch, and they reproduce at the same rate. They live for the same amount of time, but some people only use banana worms, and some people like microworms. I mean, Walter worms better.
And
So,
microworms are smaller than grindleworms.
yes.
Okay.
And then white worms are just a giant grindle worm. And then
Now,
vinegar-
white worms. What do you do with those? Like, are those cultured the same way as other worms? The black worm or the grindle worms or the microworms?
The white worms are cultured the exact same way as the grindle worms. And some people swear by a method where you put bread with yogurt and yeast. I just feed mine fish flakes like I feed my grindle worms. They just eat a lot more fish flakes.
Yeah.
And they grow to about, I think, 1.25 inches. But they're good because we have a whole tank of guppies, and we put a couple. I put a couple of those in there, and they shred them apart and stuff.
Yeah.
They're good for a little bit larger fish.
Now the grindle worms. All right, I got that culture from you, however long ago that was. It's still going. Knock on wood. And but every once in a while, like the culture does this weird thing where it just starts turning into like these. It looks like little white dots and not worms. But those white dots eat everything. Like, and I don't know what that is. I guess the worms die out and something took over. I thought it was eggs at first. But have you ever seen anything like that?
So I had this grindle worm culture.
Bacteria?
It didn't have any grindle worms in it, so I just had it sitting on the floor of the basement. And I opened it up one day, and there was a bunch of white little specks.
Yeah.
And I took those as mites. I think they were mites. So
Okay, so the mites might have killed out the worms and just been eating whatever I was feeding the worms. They were just eating that instead.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I threw that one culture out because I'm like, there's no worms here. It's been like weeks.
Yeah, they might have the mites might have outcompeted the grindle worms for food, and the grindle worms starved off.
Is there a way to prevent those mites that you know, or you've only ever seen it on occasion?
I think it is. So, when you set up a culture, the way to really prevent it is, microwave your substrate and then let it cool down, so there's no mites in that. To soak your containers in diluted bleach water
Right.
to prevent mites from that. Wipe down your countertop wherever you're working, and this is like the real extreme to prevent them.
Yeah.
And poke your air holes and then cover them up real tight around the perimeter, so nothing can get in.
I use like a wire mesh.
Okay. Just make sure I use paper towel and then I tape around the edges.
Yeah. I use hot glue and I use this it's like a screen, but I bought it like it's actually like a filter material,
Okay.
kind of like a sieve. I forget whatever the size is, but it's pretty small.
And then what are you feeding your grindleworm culture?
Lately what I've been doing is I've been taking these extreme carnivore pellets and I've just been feeding them that.
Okay.
And they seem to be great.
That's fine.
And I was doing the algae tablets every once in a while, but I figured the carnivore tablets are better because it's kind of gut loading them more.
Yeah. So yeah, that should be fine. And if you have them in a place that has mites, maybe you should move it out of there. But other than
Well, I threw that one culture out that got like that. I don't know. That was probably like the oldest culture I had,
Yeah.
and I hadn't changed. I hadn't cleaned it up or whatever, refreshed the substrate or any of that stuff. So it got nasty.
Yeah. So as long as you have tight air holes, but letting aeration in, and then definitely microwaving your substrate and cleaning the dishes out, depending on what you're using.
Yeah. So sterilize the stuff beforehand is basically what you're saying.
Yeah. And if you decide to feed bread, because I have actually fed bread crust to my culture, make sure you freeze the bread crust just to make sure that no mites are actually on it.
Oh, okay. So they can come on that's where they're coming from, is like stuff like that, the bread or the whatever flakes.
It could be on the flakes if it's not like if you're not sealing your container good enough. I know that I think mice or like some sort of bug got into our hamster food because it wasn't closed up good enough. So as long as your whatever food container that you're feeding from is closed up good, then it should be good.
Yeah. That's cool. No, I was curious.
Dave, did you see Andre Ellis's comment?
The crossfed is better as nature's Loctite.
Yeah, it makes me very angry.
Oh god!
As the person that has to take apart what you used Mother Nature's Loctite for, makes me very angry.
Just keep wrenching it down, Andre. It's never coming out.
The one guy working to say cross threads is better than no threads.
Oh, that is painful just to hear that.
Thing. But if you got to put a tool into it, if you got to put a tool on it before it gets down to, snug, you're screwing up.
I can't remember who it was. They were digging a pond. It was great. They're like, oh, too bad Terry's not here right now. I'm using my Ryobi tool to
oh, it was J-Rock.
J-Rock. Break up the cells to get it out.
He's Ryobi power tools.
Thing works great. Best tool I ever had.
Heck yeah, man! I swear by him. Ryobi.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that drill has lasted me 19 years. Well, 20 years now.
Yeah, because it's still got a cord on it. Nobody uses it.
Hey, in all fairness,
I got my money out of it.
We had a garage sale this weekend, and I sold 2 corded drills.
They're
$5 a piece. $5 a piece, but I sold them both.
You can't beat it.
Somebody was looking for them.
Yeah, we just wanted the stuff gone so he could have a small little workshop again under the basement stairs.
Under the stairs.
Andre, I do have a torch. However,
he used to the whole fish.
If I have to break out the torch, I'm pissed at the person that put the bolt on.
Yep. I'm already cursing your name.
From now on, I swear to God, every time I get a nut that ain't coming off, man, I'm going to be, Andre, you son of a...
You know what? Kind of, we've been doing some of the stainless because of the plow trucks.
Oh, stainless can wind in a heartbeat.
That stuff, you put a bolt in there, and it doesn't matter, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch bolt, and you just give it a little too much, and that thing galls. That's it.
Yep, you're done. Throw it away. Get a new one.
Oh my God. They're nice because they don't rust, but I'd rather replace a bolt once in a while than have to deal with that stainless stuff.
It's a lot of the solar fields use all stainless hardware. And you're exactly right, man. You can do it just by your hand. You can gull it just by your hand.
Yep.
If it doesn't go quite right and you force it just that little bit and you gull it, you're done. You might as well just back it back off and throw it away, get a new bolt and nut, and start over. Because once it gulls and you try to force it, if you try to force it with an impact, oh, man.
Yep. Yeah, and then you try and back it out of there. And
yeah, it's over at that. Then you got to get an air arc because the torch ain't going to do it.
Yep.
Hello, Andre.
What's up?
What's up, Andre?
That
This
looks
thing
like
Terry doesn't know
There's
the
the
proper
culprit.
way to use power tools. So here's what you do: get you an impact, drop the nut straight in,
that
and
nut's
just go for it.
backwards.
And just drive it in, NASCAR style.
That's because the nut's backwards. Wasn't it a locking
I
nut?
know. I was just messing with Terry. I'm actually doing it the right way.
Lost him.
No, he's down on the ground trying to get under there to put that nut back on something.
Hey, this is brand new, man.
Is this the truck that was broken down like a while ago? Your Jeep? Was it a Jeep?
Yeah. He's back alive again.
Nice.
The last time I had to crawl under my truck, the rear shackle, you know, the spring shackle broke.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go fishing. And I was like, man, I should just replace these both right now and go fishing tomorrow. But I really wanted to go fishing on that day. So I just bought the one and replaced the one and went fishing. 2 days later, the other one broke.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I should have known better.
I learned my lesson. Do one, do both. Brakes, wheel bearings. If you do one
Yeah,
side,
right.
both side. It don't matter.
I've learned my lesson that I procrastinate enough that I'm paying somebody to do that for me.
No, a spring shackle's pretty easy, man. You just jack up the axle and
Yeah, like I said,
it's
I'm
super
paying
easy.
someone to do that for me because I'm not gonna. I know it sounds
Hey,
easy, but the fact of me getting out there and doing it's going to take 3 weeks. So
Jason, I found that having to go to work is the best motivation.
Exactly. If you
Yeah,
want
that's
to go
true.
to work,
it's true.
you need the truck.
Nope. Half mile up the road. I can walk that. I know I'm good. I've done it before. I'll leave it right there in the driveway. Hey,
And let me
Rocco's
guess,
fishing.
you're the last one on the job site every day.
Me? No.
First one in.
Because that's the way it works. In
I'm
my
the first one out, but I'm generally the second one there.
it generally works the way the guy that lives closest to the job site's always the last one there. And in my trade, in my company, because my company covers a pretty vast area, for some reason they cannot figure out, hey, this guy lives here, let's send him to this job site. No, they're going to send him to a job site on the opposite side.
Oh,
of the
my company
town.
does that all the time, man. I swear they do it because they make money on it. That's the only reason to do it. My company, anyway. Like, we charge for mileage
Right.
from our whatever for the office to the
We
sites.
We don't.
And yeah. So if they're sending somebody that's close to the site, they're not getting as much mileage as they would if they sent the further people out.
You know, I'll be working on a job site that's 30 miles away, but is, you know, another guy in my company might live like 2 blocks away. And he's working on a job site that's 2 blocks from my house. It's like, dude, can we just trade,
Yeah.
please?
Okay, so Rocco's Fish Room came in on Twitch and said, hello all. Well, hello, just lurking, but I wanted Miss Sandy to know we got her package. Thank you so much. You are very welcome, Rocco's Fish Room, and welcome.
We had an extra light that fit the 40 gallon.
One.
Well, we had one to fit the 40 gallon. Yeah.
Well, I'm a little disappointed in you guys. You had free reign to give out points, and you didn't do it. However, I am giving Dave a point as soon as I find him. He's on here somewhere because he's scared.
I got a point.
Why do you get a point?
Dave gets a point for coming up with a term I've never heard before. Beaver fever.
beaver feeder. Is that the phrase that pays? That might be the phrase that pays.
I don't know. It's up to you, dude. It's your.
Yeah,
it's your
Jason, you get to
stream
make it
now.
up.
Yeah, right. Hey, just to let you know, Terry, Shanna's already been emailing me about changing the color of the floor, the walls, the drapes.
I'm fairly certain she's done took over this whole thing, man.
It's cool. It's funny.
I think it's great. I think you guys will do
See
a
how it
real good
goes.
job. I really do.
I'll try. I make no promises.
Wait, so what time is the new
no,
show
no
again?
expectations, people. Saturday morning cartoons.
Okay,
Terry's
what time?
bowing out. Oh, time is 9 a.m. Eastern.
Oh, I get to sleep in an hour.
Yep, an extra hour.
Oh, I can.
You might make it.
It's going to be on Shanna's channel. 503 Aquatics.
My cat is trying to attack your fish, Terry.
What's that? Oh, your Pictus is trying to get my Pictus?
She keeps putting her paw on the screen.
That's funny. It's cute.
Exactly, man. I'm gonna let these guys go, and they're gonna be like, "Who's this Terry guy?"
Yeah, we'll be giving out points like crazy. Now, all right, let's clarify something here. So it's when you come back from your extended whatever thing sometime in October, and regardless of sub count, is that when we're doing the giveaway?
Well, I was kind of thinking of still staying to form and saying the 1,000. You know, when I hit 1,000.
Yeah, but that could happen in the middle of September.
Well, exactly. But that doesn't mean we can't do a stream later in the day for the giveaway. And, but I don't know. The three of us will have to talk it out and figure it out. You know, the original premise was that points stop when I hit 1,000 or somewhere close to that. You know, that following week. So, yeah, just keep apprised of my sub count. And I did say at the very beginning, the giveaway may happen a week or two after, you know, all points stop.
Well, let's put it tentatively this way. If Terry doesn't hit 1,000 by October, then he's got issues. And then sometime in October, the 1,000 giveaway will be happening.
Well, now you're up to 33, or 33 away.
I was up closer to that. I've been losing subscribers, man.
Last time I checked, you were 65. So you've gained 2.
I was up to 969, and then I dropped down to 955. I was like, thanks, YouTube.
I wouldn't blame YouTube on that.
What are you trying to say?
Take credit for your own actions, man.
Yeah, you're at 967.
Okay, you gotta go.
Yes, Ginger, I'm going back to prison for work. I got a reprieve today only because of weather.
Dude, it was so hot today.
Well, it wasn't the heat. It was, yeah, there's a crap ton of lightning. Everybody get down.
Yeah, that's a big issue too.
These giant industrial structures tend to get hit by lightning quite often.
Yeah, I remember that. I know there was a bunch of times we were using like job sites and stuff. We have big cranes, and that becomes a big issue when lightning comes around.
Yeah, start lowering the booms.
Yeah, they get real freaked out. Boom.
Well, it's a very expensive piece of equipment, and lightning doesn't treat it very well.
No, at all. Or the person in it half the time.
Oh my God. That's not love. That cat wants to kill you, Brianne.
Yeah.
Is that a...
It didn't make it.
That sounded like dishes got broken and everything. Holy cow!
If you
Oh, that was
don't,
just
if you guys don't go back and cut that little scene out and make it a short, you guys are wrong. Because that
I've
was hilarious.
She's trying to get to your fish, Terry. She keeps going back to your fish.
All you gotta do is say, "Cat ruins live stream."
I definitely gotta do that.
She's staring
Speaking of
at your,
lightning,
she's staring at your fish in the banner.
Yeah, she keeps going back onto my desk because she wants to look at Terry's fish and swat at them.
They are, Brienne. They are catfish.
Yeah. And then the banner at the bottom, she keeps chasing that. You learn from your mistakes.
No.
What's this cat's
do not
name?
Learn from their mistakes.
Smokey.
What was it?
This is Smokey.
Smokey. Okay. Right on, Smokey.
You tell him. You're a good cat.
Oh, Smokey.
There you go. You're famous, Smokey. You'll be famous for ruining a live stream.
Oh, that was funny as all get out, man. That was the perfect camera angle too, because you could see the cat launching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could almost see his face where he was like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna make it."
Oh, the crash bang boom that happened afterwards. Classic.
Hold on. Sorry. The cat's hitting buttons and trying to pin people's comments.
And she's gonna push stuff back off the desk.
And
Yeah, that's the
I
truth.
gotta find. There we go. Found my phone. Remove her permanently. Or before she comes back in. Perfect. Now, the door is barricaded, so she will not be returning.
Damn cat.
It was kind of funny, though. I'll definitely have to find out how I can download this stream. Well, I know how to download it from here, but I gotta do that, definitely. Smokey looks like my cat. She's a spaz, too. Yeah, this cat, she went to the vet, and they messed to get fixed, and they cleaned her ears, and they messed up her eyes. And they put her on something, and she didn't have an appetite, so they went back a week later and gave her an appetite increaser, and that only lasted 3 days. But we thought it lasted longer than that, so every time she meowed, she'd get food. And now she just doesn't stop meowing until she gets food. So she's kind of spoiled, and she is obsessed with swatting at my fish. She leaves my discus alone, but my guppies, she goes nuts.
That's funny.
Yeah.
My cat does that too to my bala sharks. She always tries to attack them. And my cat, I think the bala sharks might be bigger than my cat.
Yeah, every single time I try and live stream, that cat is always sitting in this seat. So in order to get her out when I want to watch something, I have to put up either a mouse video or a bird video, so she gets out of this seat without being mad at me. I always put out like a mouse or bird video up either on the television or on my phone, and she goes to it and she attacks it.
Your sister clipped it.
Oh, she clipped it? Awesome. Can you send that to me?
He's working on a car, but he didn't tell us what he was doing on a car. He just wanted to show us.
Started wrenching.
He wanted to show us how to strip a bolt.
I'm here. I had to mute because the power tools came out.
Okay.
Were they actual power tools?
What'd you say?
Not even in the
I said,
camera.
were they actual power tools? What are you doing?
I was just putting on my bumper. I brought a cheap used bumper off of Craigslist, and he gave me the wrong bolt, so I'm rebolting it.
Geek Boy said stripping all the bolts in the undercarriage.
Cat needs its own laptop. Oh, trust me, when she wants it, she gets it. I have a Chromebook, I have this monitor, and then I have my phone. So I pull up a bird or a mouse video on one of these, and then she gets out of my chair.
Oh,
Like
was I not muted? My bad.
What happened to the bumper?
What'd you say?
What happened to the bumper? Why'd you put another one on?
Nothing. It was just the wrong bolts, and when you keep actually using the winch and don't have the right bolts on, eventually it's going to come off.
Oh.
Oh, so you pulled your bumper off with the winch?
Yeah.
I could see that.
It's very expensive.
That's what happens when you pay $50 for someone you don't know on Craigslist.
Perfect.
That worked.
I'm going to post that to YouTube, but it's on Twitch right now. Who's live? Is it Rob93 that's live?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I feel bad for Bob Kaler.
Why'd you walk all over?
We didn't even run over him by like a half an hour. We completely demolished his stream.
I completely missed it, and then I actually went back in the comments and I saw Zen posted that. I think it was Zen that posted Bob Kaler's live right now, and it was already too late.
I told her.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry.
It's alright. Survival of the fittest.
I'll watch it later.
Yeah.
Things happen.
That's right. I've never, ever walked on over somebody's stream while streaming with somebody else. Ever. Nope. It's never happened.
I don't really like doing it. Going over.
No, I know. But it's sometimes just whatever.
Sometimes you just have fun and you have fun conversations.
Yeah, you're wrapped up in whatever you're doing and you just run, right? If anybody wants to leave, leave.
Never, ever.
Yeah, before you know it, it was an hour. It was 2 hours later, and
I was like,
Bob's going off and Rob's coming on. And
yeah, because there
we're
was
already 22 minutes into Rob's stream.
Yeah, because I think it was like, if I remember, it was almost 6 o'clock or a little bit after 6, and then Degenerate Fish Keeper came on after Jamie was up, and then
Yeah, it was like almost 7 when I was drunk. It's like 6:40 or
around
something.
7, Andre came up. So it happens. But hey, at least we're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I didn't go any longer, I would have never had a cool psycho cat clip.
Right. You did it all for the cat.
Yeah.
That's right. It was worth it.
Anyways.
The fish is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yours, Jason.
Oh, mine? Oh, yeah. I dig him, man.
It's alive.
Pretty neat the way he sits in the tube and just like.
Yeah, he's alive.
Just like
Mr. G. Yeah, he's cool. He's looking a lot better. He looks pretty much healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's been it was the first is when I turned the heat up. So what are we at? 11, 12? 11. So it's been 10 days.
Yep.
Another 5 days or so, and I'll turn it down.
Good. Maybe this one will make it.
Is that the only one you have left?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Some fish are just
What?
hard to keep.
Was it all the same thing, or was it?
No, honestly, I don't think it was. I think it was a combination of things. Like I got 4 of them from the same place, and I got the other 3 from somewhere else. And I don't know. And a lot of them were like they were real little, like babies.
Right.
And the babies, I don't know what the deal was. They just wouldn't eat. That's what like 2 of them starved to death and 2 of them died. Like one of them died within the first day and the other one died within the first 2 days. So who knows? And the other two just kind of like, it looked like they were just starving themselves to death. And I put all sorts of food in there. I put brindle worms, I put flake food, I was feeding that tank heavy, and I was water changing to make sure that wasn't getting like funky or anything. And I just would never see them eat. The other ones I'm pretty sure were the meds. I threw some meds in the water and they just died like the next day.
Oh.
And this guy would have done the same thing too, except I kind of like realized, oh, maybe it is the meds that are killing these fish.
Yeah, some fish are just more sensitive to
Yeah.
things in their water. But I don't know anything about ghost knives.
I didn't know much about it either, and there's really not a whole lot on the internet.
I don't know. I was trying to research this one fish, and there was like nothing. Only like 1 or 2 articles about breeding them. I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been one of the fish downstairs. It was one of the fish downstairs, definitely. But I was trying to research an article about breeding them so I could do a video on them if we bred them.
Yeah.
But there was literally like nothing online.
Yeah, that's kind of. And the info I found online for them is like the basic generic, like, oh, they're scaleless fish. They're sensitive to whatever scaleless fish are sensitive to. But like,
Yeah.
it just seemed like some write up that some kid, like, or whatever, somebody didn't even like, maybe had one experience with that. I don't know. And it all just it was like all copy pasted from the same article that somebody read, is what it seemed like.
Yeah.
You did heat and salt, or you did heat and meds?
The med
I just did heat. Well, originally I threw the med trio in, and then the fish started turning white. The water started turning milky. I'm pretty sure it was a fish that was turning the water milky. So I was like, all right, this is getting like, because I had another one that was just the same size as him before him, and I did the same thing. And I put meds in the water, and then like a day, the water turned milky, and he was dead. And when I pulled him out, that fish stank, and he was only dead for like 3 hours, and that thing stank like crazy.
Wow.
So I was like, oh man, there's something weird with that. And yeah, so then when I threw the meds in there and I saw the guy looking the same kind of way, I was like, wait a minute, all right. So I started changing water and taking the meds out. And then all I did was turn the heat up then afterwards. Well, he didn't have ick at that point. He had like this guy right here, he had parasites on him, like a visible worm, like where his gills were. So that's why I threw the meds in there, right? I kind of like freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
Threw the meds in, and then I threw the med trio, and then he started turning nasty. So I took all the meds out, and then he got ick. Sorry.
Wow. Well, at least
then I
you still
turned the
have
heat up.
one. Better
So
than
he's
that.
been the heat, but that green thing in there is a UV sterilizer.
Oh, yep.
So he's got heat and a UV sterilizer. And that seems to be working.
Patty said, I can't believe Brian has been in chat. I've now seen everything and can die. Jason ain't that interesting, and Terry is most certainly not.
Yep.
Take a breath, Jason.
Yeah, I guess I was trying to spit out a bunch of info there.
I didn't know being interesting was a prerequisite.
Yeah, Patty, why don't you join us and show us how interesting you are?
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be awesome if
Peanut
Patty
gallery.
did a face reveal.
Yeah, we have a UV sterilizer. Actually, the 65 gallon. Actually, we have 3. The 65 gallon. The water got all green and
Looking back now, I would have saved the green water for the culture.
But it's in the living room. Well, it's
I'll
kind
send
of.
you some, Brienne.
Yeah.
And send you all the green water you want.
We kind of look at that tank all the time. So we threw the UV sterilizer in 2 days. Poof, cleaned right up.
I've been trying like crazy to start a green water culture without a starter culture. I've been trying.
In my old fish room, I couldn't grow green water to save my life. In this one, it just comes naturally. I don't know. because the two fish rooms are only separated by like 3 miles. I didn't move very far. It's the same water source.
Yeah.
I just, the lighting's different, so lighting might be a factor, but honestly, I don't know, man. I can't.
Nutrients. Yeah, I don't know either. I've never really had a problem with green water ever.
I have been trying like in small containers and medium-sized containers in my fish tanks. I've been trying to get green water, and I don't know how.
Buy a bunch of those cheese balls at the local grocery store. That come in a great big huge jar.
Yeah.
And fill that jar full of water and just leave it in the backyard for about a month.
You talking about like the empty container?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Eat
Don't
the cheese balls, dude. You gotta eat the cheese balls.
Like, how are those cheese balls sitting in this water gonna make it green? That sounds nasty.
Don't ruin the cheese balls.
Heck yeah. Don't
But
ruin
yeah,
the cheese ball.
I put tank water in a larger milk carton, and I put it on the front porch, and it's been out there for like a month and a half, and nothing has happened.
With the lid off, I hope.
Yeah, yeah, let's go with that.
No, obviously not.
Next
You
step,
gotta-
take the
you
lid
gotta
off.
You gotta let all those stuff get in there.
All right, I will go to the store and
Take
get
one and get one
I
without the
will
lid.
get cheese balls, and then
You gotta get the cheese balls.
Make sure you eat them.
Well, yeah, I love cheese balls.
You gotta eat them. And then
And-
fill the empty container full of water, put it in the backyard, top it off every day, and just let it go. Either you're going to get a crap ton of mosquitoes or you're going to have all the green water you want.
As figured you for a cheese ball guy, Terry.
Actually, I don't even really like them, but my wife does.
I'm a big like you're talking about like the cheese puffs, right? Like the what do they call those things?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They come in different shapes.
You're not actually talking about balls of cheese.
No.
Okay.
Although I do
Mozzarella or something.
I do like going to Wisconsin and getting the cheese curds. Cheese curds are awesome. Just saying.
Cheese balls and nasty. No, those little.
Dude, I hate Pringles. Oh my God, Pringles are the worst. You can't even call Pringles a potato chips, man. They're like cardboard in the form of God only knows what.
Ding! Terry's live. All about Pringles.
No, they did it. There was a story about Pringles.
That was Chalupa and the Pringles. We're not going to discuss that here.
Yes.
Oh, that stuff is horrible. Pringles is the worst. You can't even call that stuff a potato chip.
I'm going to AFK a minute.
Oh, great. Now he runs away, right?
Step 3, Bree and Dave are kicked out of the house. I feel like Terry is a Dorito guy. What do you have to say about that?
The Doritos are all right. At least they have texture. The chili cheese Fritos are freaking awesome.
But yeah, I'll try now that
And
we've
Dave's like, I can't believe I'm actually letting this guy on my stream.
No, Patty said crusted cheese fingerprints wet with spit. I actually like Cool Ranch Doritos.
Dude,
Crushed
those are awesome.
Crushed up.
Oh my gosh.
Take a piece of chicken, roll it in egg,
Southwest chicken.
roll it in the
Doritos.
Doritos, cook it in the oven, and then put some salsa and cheese on top of it. Put that back in the oven, let it melt. And
Southwest
then,
chicken.
Southwest chicken.
That's my
It's
favorite.
actually pretty good with the Cool Ranch Doritos on it.
I love
Really
all
sounds
Doritos.
really good. It does.
The red ones, the blue ones, the purple ones.
I like it with the blue ones. We used to just do it with nacho chips, but we started using the Cool Ranch when we had an overabundance of them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because I think my mother got like a huge box of the small like snack size Cool Ranch ones, and we didn't they went stale. So
yeah, we just crushed them up, put them on chips. I like potato chips and chocolate ice cream. I like
that is reasonable. That's pretty good.
I like apple pie with chocolate ice cream.
I like chocolate ice cream on anything. Well, yeah, I'll definitely have to get a cheese ball container and try out some green water in the backyard before it's winter.
Yeah, you got half of the bolts in. It'll work.
Yeah,
Fire that sucker up, run it.
it'll be fun.
Send it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, ice cream.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
Now everyone's talking about ice cream. I don't think I have any ice cream left. So
I don't have any ice cream left either.
good thing I don't have to work tomorrow. I can run to the store. Plus, I missed everyone's stream.
Well, if you go to the store, you gotta take me because I need a container of cheese balls.
Yeah, the 1 gallon or whatever those the big freaking plastic jar of cheese balls. You need that.
Yeah, like I've had those, like the really big containers.
Well, apparently, I have ice cream.
Oh, well, I don't, so you're lucky.
Yay.
They're the
Yeah.
perfect green water container.
Huh?
They're the perfect green water container.
I remember that. I love eating cheese balls. They're so nice.
One of the live foods you don't talk about a lot, and it's one I use more than the worms, is infusoria.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
even if that doggone thing doesn't go green, there'll be a crap ton of infusoria in there for for feeding really small fry like rainbow fish fry and stuff like that are just way too small to eat anything visible.
Yeah.
Having those cultures, outside for a month or so, man, there's all kinds of life in there. Even if you can't see it, the life is microscopic.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of green water and infusoria for those small, tiny fry. I mean, rainbow fish fry, especially the smaller rainbow fish, the pseudomagills and stuff, they are so tiny that I don't think when they're first hatched that they could take any kind of worm, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, those rainbow fish are rice fish.
Rice fish.
Those rice fish are.
They're really tiny, and so are the cherry barbs.
They're really tiny. I'm like, holy cow.
See, that's why they do so well in outside ponds, but they don't do as well inside because it's the infusoria. It's all that natural stuff that's going on outside that gets in that water. You don't see it, but it's there.
Back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I attempted infusoria a while back, but I actually did it the completely wrong way. And I watched a video the other day of how to do infusoria without a culture. And just yesterday, I filmed a video of my attempt at an infusoria culture. So we'll see how it goes. Have you started an infusoria culture without a starter culture?
Yeah. I've never bought a starter culture.
Don't you just blanch some lettuce and stick it in a jar? Isn't it like that's what I was always told to do? I don't know if that works. I've never tried it.
Sort of, but it's a little harder. It's easier if you put it outside because then things in nature get in there and it helps it kind of along. If it's in a sterile environment, it's really hard to get it going. All that's going to happen is the lettuce is going to rot and cloud the water. But if you put it outside, during the summer, all these microorganisms get in there and they start doing their stuff. And
so, is that how you started your culture?
Over the winter inside.
What was that?
I was waiting on your question. My point was once you do start it outside and you've got all these microorganisms growing and stuff and you've got your culture, then you can bring it inside and keep it going.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because I was wondering how it, does over the winter without being outside. And also, is that how you started your culture?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'll get 2 containers of cheese balls.
Eat them cheese balls.
Who the hell's gonna eat all that cheese balls, man?
See, you kind of do have to watch it a little bit, because if you get too many mosquito larvae in there, the mosquito larva is actually eating the infusoria. So,
Okay.
Oh, really?
you don't want a whole crap ton of mosquito larvae in there. So you kind of want to try to get them out. And the cool part is all your fish will eat the mosquito larva. All your adult fish will eat the mosquito larva. So you can just net them out and bring them into your fish room. And
Okay. Awesome.
Zen said maybe switch it up and get a tub of pretzels too.
Oh, that'd be a good
Or nuts. They got those mixed nuts or whatever, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
no way, they make like 1 gallon jars of mixed nuts. Really?
I'm sure they make. Oh yeah, they do. Definitely do. I know they do. At least we had some, like the whatever mixed nuts.
If they ever made a 1 gallon plastic jar of cashews, I'd be in a coma.
We have a thing of mixed trail mix. I don't know how big it
It's
is.
trail mix, so it's chocolate and M&Ms and peanuts and cashews and
Raisins
raisins.
and almonds. Almonds.
Almonds.
Almonds. But yeah, I don't know how big it is gallon wise, but it's a pretty good sized container. Cashews sound like my wife.
Oh, dude, honest to God, cashews usually come in that little container, the little round planters container.
Yeah.
And in a 2-hour movie, I guarantee you that container will be gone. I like my cashews.
I like Reese's peanut butter cups and ice cream.
And I'm pretty fond of pistachios, the red pistachios.
Yep.
And my fingers, we'll be watching a movie, man, and the movie's over and my fingers are all red, and it's like I got this big freaking bag of empty shells and that you have to carry out of the theater with you.
Yeah. So I'll definitely have to try to do infusoria in Greenwater. I might film a video.
It's not a bad idea, like Jason, Mr. Manifesto, or Degenerate Fish Keeper. Damn it, what name are you?
I've been trying to.
Can you hear me?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's not a bad idea to add some green material when you first try it. But when you set it outside, add some spinach in there, lettuce or something. That'll help it go green. And once it goes green, the infusoria will just like skyrocket. And one of the times you'll know when your infusoria culture is at its peak is if the jar goes green and then it starts clearing up. All those microorganisms are eating that single cell algae, that single cell green algae that turns the water green. All that infusoria is eating that. So if it starts getting clearer, that colony is at its peak. And, because there's all these microorganisms eating all that single cell algae that, yeah.
Tianaqua. All right, I literally just got this headset right now. Does it sound all right?
Yeah.
Oh, is this your new one?
Yeah, I just
Couldn't tell the difference.
Actually, I can hear you.
Yeah.
hear a lot. Does it sound different?
I can hear you very clear, and you're a little louder than you were before. I assume you're working
Yeah,
on something else.
sounds good.
Cool.
What the hell?
Hi, Tianaqua.
And it's wireless, so I don't have to get tangled up anymore.
Patty said, "What weirdo brings shelled peanuts to a movie theater?"
Me.
And then Liquid Zoo said, "Who goes to a movie theater?" Also, me.
Well, I haven't been to an indoor movie theater in a very long time, but when I did, I had a can of plant, jar, I guess, of pistachios stuffed in my pocket. I'll admit it.
Usually I'm stuffing whiskey in my pockets to go to the movies. But pistachios work.
You do have more than one pocket, but I've never been.
True.
I've never been a whiskey guy. Never.
Only a whiskey guy.
Only?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not a big fan of most of
Most of my family were Scotch. I like whiskey.
Yeah, I
You also like Jack
Well,
Daniels?
there's three types of whiskey, right? Scotch, bourbon, and Canadian,
Wrong, JD.
or
Yeah, like JD, whatever that is. I don't even know what you consider that. Just whiskey. It's not Scotch, it's not bourbon, it's just whiskey.
Yeah, there's blended.
Blended
And then you have
scotches,
the
single malt
blended.
scotches. Yeah.
most of the whiskeys you buy, I did
I'll be back.
watch it was on a documentary. We're talking about whiskey.
Leanne's like,
too.
I'm out.
I'm out of here.
She's like, I got a couple more years.
But most of the mainstream whiskeys, they're blended to keep the flavor the same.
Well, that depends. Like, what is it? Johnny Walker's a blended whiskey, but there's other stuff that's a single malt, right? They only ever use one, and a blended is just a bunch of single
Yeah,
malts
but the
blended
single
together.
malt, the single malt might taste the same. Or I mean, I'm sorry, I screwed that up. If every barrel of whiskey can taste differently.
Sounds like a song.
So that's why, the main products like TN, Robert brought up Jim Beam. That's a blended whiskey because they take multiple barrels that taste differently to maintain that constant flavor.
All right. I'm drinking some Jim Beam right now, and it's a single malt. That's what it says it is. And what that means is all it is they use one malt, and it's fermented, whatever it is. But a blended whiskey just takes a bunch of different single malts and blends them together to make a different, you know what I mean?
I'd be willing to bet that Jim Beam is blended. It's not just one batch. You're getting multiple batches together to maintain.
But this is a double barrel Jim Beam. That means they put it in two different whiskey barrels to whatever, store it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them because you got regular Jack and then you got Gentleman's Jack and
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, and then they got Johnny Walker Red, Blue, Black, whatever. You know what I mean?
I can't remember if it
Double
was this year, but
blue.
I think it was the beginning of this camp season where I was a little bit short on money, so I said, I'll save a little bit and go with Jim Beam. And yeah, not the same. Had to go.
Water's better for you.
Had to go back to Jack.
Water is better for you.
Yeah, I drink a lot of that today.
But everybody that drank water dies too.
Yeah.
Drink all the water you want. You're gonna die.
Cliff Clavin. These headphones are geeking me out because I can hear myself talk.
Yeah, we're
Dude, that would drive me batshit crazy.
It's like a weird.
Jim Beam is water. I thought about the single earmuffs.
Well, I got the bourbon. Let's put it that way.
Water's better for you.
I thought about those because we have them at work, and I thought maybe it wouldn't be so like weird listening to myself.
Was that Aquafina? Yeah. Are you drinking Aquafina?
Yes, I normally just drink from our tap, but
that is
tap water.
Pepsi. That's Pepsi tap water.
Yeah.
That comes from Lake Michigan, from the Pepsi plant. That they run through an RO filter. They do run it through an RO filter.
I guarantee it doesn't all come from Indiana. It comes from whatever's closest to wherever they're at.
The local bottler that you're at, but it's Pepsi.
Yep.
And
sure.
it's the same water they use to make Pepsi but they don't have to add the syrups to it. And they charge you the same price. And they're like, this is the coolest thing ever.
So I went to get an eye exam today, and I forgot to grab a water when we left. So when my mother stopped to get gas, I got a water from inside. And this isn't actually Aquafina that I'm drinking. I just refilled it from our tap a couple minutes ago.
There you go. Okay.
But
Don't wonder
Who
why-
are you, Aquafina?
yeah, I always just drink out of a regular water bottle from our tap. So
Yeah, I drink a lot of water, so there's nothing wrong with water. I drink the crunchy waters though.
The crunchy waters.
Yeah, the carbonated ones. I call them crunchy
Oh,
because they got a
oh, that's right. Yeah.
they bite.
I don't like carbonated drinks. So,
Yeah.
so I don't care if that's secretly Pepsi, because I don't like carbonated drinks. If I do, I'll open the can or the bottle or whatever, drink like one sip, and then put it in the fridge to get flat because I love flat soda.
I'm not a big fan of sugary drinks. That's what I don't really like. So
Yeah. Tea and Aqua says, Bree, do you have CPDs? My mother, no, but my mother was looking into them for the 10-gallon water bridges. They're really small, but our LFS had them recently in stock. So
they're definitely really cool to watch.
She looked at them. She liked them. So maybe sometime soon, but not currently.
Liquid Zoo had your back, and now you lost him.
Yeah, flat soda, he's out. What kind of monster are you?
Nope. Pepsi all the way for me.
Except for when you need to make Long Island iced teas, and the store only sells Pepsi products.
I sent the kids around. I really wanted the Long Island iced tea, so I sent the kids around
Just
the
make
campground
Not
looking
kids.
looking for someone who had Coca-Cola because the store just sold Pepsi.
Yeah, we have a camp store, and I went down there. I'm like, hey, do you got Coke? And they're like, no, only Pepsi products anymore. So yeah, finally one of our neighbors had Coke.
I didn't even know you put soda in a Long Island iced tea. I thought it was all just mixed drink or alcohols.
Nope.
A little bit of Coke, I guess. A little dash.
It has to be Coke.
For color.
There's not a lot, but it has to be Coke. It can't be Pepsi, or it could be RC Cola or something like that, but it can't be.
But not Pepsi.
Yeah,
Pepsi's really
RC
sweet,
Cola, if
right?
people know what that is.
you know what RC Cola is, right?
I mean, it's an off-brand version of cola, and
Right.
he forgot we had them.
I forgot there was some in the fridge. Apparently there was, but they still found the Coca-Cola. So
We
what the hell
found
is it?
Coca-Cola, but
Yeah, well, even better.
we forgot
Save
that we
the
had
RC for the emergencies, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I understand. It's funny.
Oops. Yeah, definitely. Pepsi definitely changes it. That's the only thing I won't have Pepsi in. But everything else, a Pepsi.
But Pepsi's a lot sweeter than Coke, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think.
so-
I think it seems like it is.
yeah, I think it is. I don't know. They changed their Coca-Cola, changed their formula again, and I haven't had one in
Yeah, forever.
just a regular soda. It's been in a drink.
Right.
Dark soda I like is Dr. Pepper.
I don't really
I like
drink
Dr.
cola
Pepper.
soda.
I like
I try
Dr.
to stay away from sodas, but Dr. Pepper's good.
Well, I gotta buy a new dryer. Anyways, I've been kind of hearing a lot of this while I'm trying to figure out why my dryer ain't working. And RC was a name brand cola back in the day.
Back in the day, yes.
It was a name brand cola, came in a bottle, and there was cork. You know, they actually use cork in the tops. and you could pull that cork off, and there might be like a 5 cent or 10 cent thing. And I know 5-10 cents doesn't sound like much now, but if you were a kid,
Back in my day.
5-10 cents, you save enough of those, and you got $1. You could go to the store and get a crap ton of freaking candy.
And you could get a swizzle.
Don't be a
These are old man Terry stories, man.
yeah, but man, there was a day. RC Cola was actually pretty good.
Yeah, they weren't bad. They were all right.
And
so many parts of the stream.
my also in my local area, they're having a dispute with the Teamsters. The Teamsters are having the delivery drivers are having a dispute with management, and it's been going on now for like 4 months. And my city said, if you don't settle it in 2 weeks, we're canceling all our Pepsi accounts. That we're not gonna buy from you anymore, and we'll go to Coke, because we want Teamster drivers as delivery guys. Because right now they got a bunch of just Joe Schmo drivers that aren't union, just delivering their product, which is cool for Pepsi, because they're like, man, we don't have to pay these guys health insurance or nothing, man. This is great. And yeah, we got that whole thing. So, not to mention, Pepsi is sweeter than Coke, and I like Coke because it's not as sweet. It's a little more bitter. But yeah, the whole thing. Wait a minute. You wanna deliver our product, and you expect us to pay your health insurance? Yeah, it's a big thing. Right now, I'm pissed off at Pepsi. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it political.
I have a friend that works for Pepsi. He delivers for Pepsi.
He used to. I'm pretty sure he stopped.
Yeah, I know a couple people that do.
He's still
There's a
delivering.
Pepsi this distribution thing in right down the road from me.
That's
why I hate him. The trucks are everywhere.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Good. I was just saying the only reason I hate Pepsi is because their trucks are always everywhere choking up the road, because they have a big distribution center near us.
Right.
So I can't get anywhere with a Pepsi truck choking up a lane.
Yeah, there's for Coke and Pepsi both. I mean, they're scattered across the country because they bottle closer to their market, so they don't have to ship the product, across the country. And
Yeah, exactly. There's a Coca-Cola plant around here too, bottling plant.
yeah, I'm sure there is.
All right, really?
But anyways,
Are you talking about Coke and Pepsi being the same stuff?
not even close.
No.
Hey, I'm sure Dave remembers. Maybe Jason remembers. Remember, Pepsi was doing the Pepsi challenge.
The Pepsi challenge.
I picked Coke.
I never did.
And the guy was like, "Yeah, move along."
Wasn't Mary Lou Retton in on that Pepsi challenge thing? Why do I remember that? That was in the 80s.
I blew my whole chance to be on national TV.
Did you pick Coke?
I remember them doing it, and I thought they did it in Jersey on the boardwalk there, but I didn't do it. I didn't care about that stuff at that point.
But there was
I don't think I was old enough.
There was a guy in the back as I was leaving, and he was like, "Good job, kid." Because I was a kid. And he goes, "Good job, kid." And he handed me like some coupons for a crap ton of free Coke. And I was like, cool. But
That's funny.
Pepsi
Yeah,
is
the Coke G-man in the crowd.
Yeah, he was. He's hanging out in the back, making sure it was all legit, right? But I get it. Pepsi is sweeter than Coke is. And most people's tongues are like pre-programmed that sweeter is better. So but I'm not a big sweets guy.
I feel
Okay.
like someone goes at
Somebody
8.
say something, please.
I was reading TN's. Jason.
Yeah, I was reading that too. Said I should wear a Mr. Rogers jacket for the Saturday streams.
Well,
great
he
idea.
fed a tank, didn't he? Wasn't that part of the beginning of the show is where he fed his fish?
Yeah. You're talking about Mr. Rogers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Took off his shoes, put on his slippers,
And then fed his fish.
and then fed his fish. I believe.
Yeah,
so.
put on a sweater.
Yep, put on the sweater.
And apparently his mother knitted him those sweaters. I didn't know that.
While
That's
he was
right.
working for the CIA or whatever.
No, he's a
Mr.
military.
Rogers.
Wow, your tank went dark.
Oh, wait a
Oh
minute.
yeah, my lights just went out.
I'm thinking of Chuck Barris. Chuck Barris
He
was
was,
the one that said, I worked for the CIA and all that stuff.
And he just made it up, right?
Oh yeah, he made it all up.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers was a sniper.
I would
He was
I
a
would tell you
sniper?
what
Is
he
that what you
was.
said?
Yeah,
So
Wow.
he said.
I'm 99% sure he was a sniper.
Well, you're 1% wrong.
Oh, wait, no, you're saying Mr. Rogers, right?
Yes, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers was a sniper. Yes.
I don't know who these people are.
Apparently, pretty good sniper.
Oh, Mr. G didn't like the light.
Yeah, it seems weird. He was somebody like that.
Isn't he also like he was like a minister, wasn't he? Like some sort of Episcopalian or
that.
something like that? I thought he was I'm pretty sure he was a minister. I don't know.
Maybe later in life or something.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I mean, obviously after the sniper and killing part.
Yeah, and then the welcome to the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor?
It might have been in between. He made a transition from killing people to being their neighbor
I'm just
in
gonna
the land of make believe.
Killing people to being their neighbor to saving souls. There.
What was the name of that? In the land of make believe, they had a king and a queen, King Friday. Makes you wonder how King Friday maintained his reign.
This isn't Saturday
Just-
morning.
Oh, that's true. I'll bring this up on Saturday.
Poor Brienne's going. I'm trying to make a fish stream here, man.
She's like, never again, open panel.
Yeah, she's like, who the hell is this Mr. Rogers?
Don't let these two idiots in here.
Sorry, Brian.
Think,
No, you're fine.
think of all the watch hours you're getting.
I don't care about that. There's a certain number of people in the fish fam that aren't like crazy serious about just talking about fish that can go off the rails.
Well,
Down the rabbit
I'm
hole.
glad I'm not one of them. That's all I ever want to do
Look.
is talk about fish. That's it.
I know. That's all you do.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all I talk about.
yes.
That's the only thing you ever talk about.
That's right, Patty, Lady Fairchild.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Bob Kaler or Rob's going to be that. I'm sure there was a lot of people in there.
I hope not.
There was 12 people in here before, or 10 people in here before, so at
Yeah,
least
there's
10
two people on panel you can blame directly. Okay.
Well, 10 people wanted
Yeah.
to stay. So.
Yeah, you do not have to take responsibility for that. It's definitely me and Mr. Manifesto's fault.
There you go.
I generally don't like walking over people, but if the conversation's going that good, I just whatever.
And that's the way it should be.
It happens.
Pick and choose. There's so many people out there now doing it that the audience can choose. You know, you get the audience gets notifications for everybody, and they can choose who they decide they want to watch.
Right.
Yeah.
And it is the way it is.
Unless you're like me and you get notifications for Terry's pop-up stream 2 days after he did it.
Yeah.
2 days after. Wow.
Yeah, only Terry's, I swear. Like, I get all the notifications for everybody's
Because
stream.
everybody else actually plans their streams and gives notifications, and I just hit the go live button. That's all the notification you need.
Yeah, but she's not getting it. She's not getting that until 2 days later, is what she's saying.
Yeah, and I'm not like on YouTube regularly, so it doesn't like I don't just refresh my subscription page and see Terry's Tropical Takes is live, talking about saltwater fish or something. Like I'll get that a couple days after. One time I even got a notification a week after you did Saturday morning cartoons.
That's crazy. That sounds like a YouTube problem.
Yeah. because StreamYard and YouTube kind of wants you to schedule these things in advance. Except I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Robert, you're funny. I wish.
What'd he say?
He's putting me with Quagmire on Family Guy.
Sorry, I stepped away.
Which may not be that far off, but I mean, I'm not that weird.
Patty says we're thankful Brian doesn't get Terry notifications.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably not a bad thing, actually.
Yeah, you don't want Brienne to get no notifications, especially on my late night streams.
Oh, I'm not even awake when you do stream that late.
Terry's like, I'm up, I'm having a cigarette. Go live. You never know.
I'm making breakfast and there's no one to talk to. Go live.
I don't know. I had this conversation a couple weeks ago, and I definitely think females do better on YouTube.
Oh, absolutely.
Than males. I do think the live streams work. If you set a time and stick with them, you slowly build on that.
Yeah.
Just like
I do think that, like Terry, no offense, but like when you just, like I said, you just came down to have a cigarette and you're like, you know what?
Yeah, screw it. I'm going to hit the live button.
Right. Go live. And it could be 10 o'clock at night. It could be 4 o'clock in the morning. But
yeah, but here's
you reach a broader audience. So someone that's up at 4 o'clock isn't going to watch this stream.
This is what amazes me is I can do a random just click the go live button and I'll still average 20 people in the stream. Right. And this is like no pre anything, no schedule, no nothing. But there's still 20 people that'll hang out with me and listen to what I have to say. I think that's kind of cool, actually. I really do. I do get a little bit of criticism because I'm not as good as Brienne is about catching up with chat. Because I get single-minded, I get blinders. I'm like a horse with blinders on where I'm just focusing on what I'm going to say.
Right. Lost
and,
the conversation.
I tend to not engage with chat as much as some other people do, but I still get that, and it doesn't matter what time I go. And I appreciate it. All you people in chat, I appreciate that. I really do. I think it's really
laugh. He's being nice.
However, my one attempt at doing all right, once a week we're going to go, it's failed. I missed last week. My poor co-host was like, what the heck?
But dude, all right, you missed one, like 6 or what, 7. I think it was like episode 7 or 8. I think I missed the first one. So I didn't even know what was happening.
So, it's, and your life changes. I'm sure, Dave, you can understand, your life changes. So if you pick a time and 2-3 weeks later something changes and you're not available at that time, then it is what it is.
Right.
And you have to make adjustments. I'm not doing this as a business. So, I just click the go live button. I will not purposely walk on somebody if I see they're having a good stream. I'll hang out in the stream and hang out and chat with the best of them. But if there's not, and there's not much going on, then yeah, I'm gonna hit the go live button and we can talk about something. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we will definitely talk about something. And yeah, I just totally lost my train of thought. See, that's what happens when I read something in chat. I read something in chat and it just totally blanked my mind.
I'm assuming it
Yeah.
was Patty's. A zombie could stream silently with no words and we'd show up.
Oh yeah, right. We love Terry.
Yeah, we love Terry.
Doggone it! See, that's why I don't read chat, because I'd have a
Patty, I think I saw you on a stream like that earlier today.
and then I read chat and the thought just vanishes from my head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had a point.
No, well, I think you reach more people by doing random go lives because you get the guys, the people in the morning.
Yeah.
So then you might get them in the afternoon. You get people in the evening. Could be, hell, I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you were live. I'm getting ready for work,
right,
and you're like,
I'm sure that's one of the deleted streams.
Yeah, that one.
Almost all your streams are deleted.
No, most of them stayed lately.
Really?
I think that one went away.
I'm doing better.
There was a bunch that went away.
I'm doing a lot.
But you're
better.
right, Dave. Like I've seen a bunch of because I get up at like 4 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning a lot of times, and I just sit around, drink coffee, and sit in front of my computer or whatever, and I'll pop up YouTube and I catch like the weirdest stuff, and I've caught like people like live streaming from Australia about fish. You know what I mean? Like some weird dude in the fish room like Friday mornings at like 4:30 in the morning. He's going on my time. You know what I mean? I would have never seen that guy if he wasn't live. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
yeah. But that guy might be watching Terry's channel.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. That's the same idea. That's what I was mean.
He won't catch you at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So you get a diversified field of people. I don't know. That's not even right the way I said it, but who cares?
Yeah. Just like, there's, different sectors of the world, because the YouTube algorithm is, I think it's like, it's a 24/7 thing. Yeah, that's it, Patty. That's Rumble. That guy's funny. I don't know. Do you ever see that guy? He's on like 5 a.m. on Friday mornings, East Coast. That's it. There's one of the guys, but
you get a captive audience when you go that early, because it's the only people up, and you're the only one streaming. You're the only one insane enough to stream at that time.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not that time for everybody. That's what I think. That's what Dave's trying to say, right? Yeah. Like somebody else in the other part of the world like picks you up at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon because they're on their lunch break. I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
I mean, I don't know I'm not really good with the time zone things, but when it's like 12 o'clock here, it's midnight in Australia or New Zealand, somewhere else. So when you go on at 12 midnight or 4 in the morning, it's 4 in the afternoon there. They're just getting home from work.
Right.
And you're live and they're like, hey, let's watch this. So
yeah.
So you get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Steven's like, oh my god, I didn't realize y'all were still going.
Yeah. Hey,
well, how many people are here?
16.
There's 16 on YouTube and 2 on Twitch.
Sweet.
3 on Twitch, right?
And what do you normally average?
Somewhere in like 15 to 25.
Oh,
and if it's a good stream, then maybe it'll be 29. But it's normally around this number.
So clearly we're not a good stream.
Yeah, but
it all depends on the time,
It does. It does.
And like some places are getting storms, so
yeah, like now we've been going for 3 hours, and look how many different people have come in.
The best stream I ever did was where a very popular YouTuber didn't go on, and I was the first one to click the go live button, and a lot of his people came to watch me. And I mean, that's how it goes, because
Right.
sometimes people can't make their stream, and you know, you've got a prime time slot just vacant. You know, you got to jump on it, and you'd be surprised how many people will show up.
Well, last Sunday, I believe Corey was. They were still catching fish, or I think
Planning their
Yeah.
trip or something.
they were planning their trip, so he didn't go live. So that ended up being a way better stream for her
Doing
because
something.
no one was live on Sunday at that time. It's big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Corey normally goes to like 2
Yeah, he
o'clock,
started
so.
going a couple weeks ago. He started going, or a couple months ago. He started going too.
And I never, when I picked this Saturday morning thing, I knew it was not prime time. I knew it was not a prime time to gain subscribers. I knew it was just like the worst possible time you could possibly go.
Especially for Patty.
But
Yes.
yeah, especially for Patty. But
I mean,
there's
I've seen
nobody-
25 people in there.
There's nobody else going, and it just, this is something I enjoy to do. I enjoy talking with you guys. So it was like, okay, we can do this. We can laugh and joke and have a good time, and we don't necessarily have to talk about just fish. We can talk about anything.
Right.
And I enjoyed that format, you know, because I'm not going to mention any names, but there is a crap ton of people that go live, and that's all they want to do is talk about fish. And if you ran a fish room for 40 years, every once in a while you'll appreciate a different conversation than just fish.
Yeah, like cheese balls. And Pringles.
Cheese balls.
Come on, man.
Speaking of cheese balls, what's up, Rico Stan?
It's fish
Hey, Rico.
related.
That was his name in college.
Yeah, it was his nickname in
Cheese
college.
balls.
Um,
Those cheese
Behind-
ball containers, if you own a fish room, keep them.
Well, we don't regularly get cheese balls, but I love them, so I'll definitely get a couple containers.
You got to get them in that big plastic jar container, though. You know you can hatch angelfish out in them things. You
Yes,
can,
I've seen that. I've seen that, and I've also seen them done with jars too. So
Isn't that what
definitely.
Rocco was using for his brine shrimp hatchery thing? Those cheese ball things, or
Cool.
turn it upside down and put some sort of I think he made something out of that, like a brine
you
shrimp
can
hatchery.
you make an uplift tube where it goes through the bottom. You have two sponges, a bottom sponge and a top sponge, and you put an uplift tube through the both of them, and then add an airline, you know, to the bottom of it, and you'll get a water flow through the bottom sponge, and the top sponge keeps everything kind of calm, and you know, it's good for your angelfish. I'll have to do a
Fishing
video
on.
to show you how to set it up, but yeah, you can definitely.
Fishimon.
Fisherman 64. Welcome.
I kind of forgot most of this stream because it was like 3 hours long, but I don't think we went far off the topic of fish.
No,
Yeah,
we've
well,
always circled around it.
Alcohol for
I mean,
10 minutes.
I mean, I think Coke, Pepsi, and Jack and Jim Beam, that was in there, but I mean,
Yeah,
even
that's
the
important to fish
And a
keeping as
bunch
far
of
as I'm
food stuff.
concerned.
Yeah, the food was there, but
Yeah, ice cream.
the cheese balls was basically about fish. So I think
It
we
was.
pretty much talked
It
about
all
fish.
links together because we were talking about cheese balls. Then Terry started yelling about Pringles, and then Doritos. And, you know, it all links together somehow.
I wasn't yelling. I just don't think Pringles is a natural food product.
It's not a natural.
I don't think
food
cheese
product.
balls are a natural food product either. But
Yeah,
you're
but
okay
they
with them?
melt in your mouth.
It's fair. Should give Pringles a try. They might melt in your mouth too.
We also had a cat that totally derailed the thread.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That wasn't our fault.
Which
That was pretty funny, though.
funniest. That, in my opinion, that was the funniest part of the stream, man. When that cat was launching towards the camera, and you could see his eyes change when he was like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna make it."
Uh-huh.
You gotta, honest to God, if you do not go back and find that little clip and make it a short, you have to. I'll watch it. I'll watch it 2-3 times because it was funny as all get out, man.
It's already clipped, so I just gotta post it to YouTube.
That poor cat was like, "Yeah, I'm on this." Never mind.
And just remember, she was launching at your fish. So she was trying to get to your fish like crazy.
No, I think it's your ticker at the bottom she wants.
It's both of them. She kept pawing at the little thing at the bottom, and then she was literally staring at yours
I can
and
see how the kitty would like those fish.
the fish. She loves fish.
Yes. Hey, TN, in case you didn't catch all that, I don't know if Patty answered you. I think she might have. Saturday morning cartoons is going to be at 9 o'clock with
Robert knows all of that.
Degenerate Fish Keeper. Well, he asked questions. I thought he was asking about the.
Yeah, TN came in and was like,
It's going to be on.
Is Terry not doing it? He said, I heard that Terry wasn't doing it and someone else was.
It's moving. Robert, it's moving to 503 Aquatics. And it's going on, what, 1 hour later?
Yep.
Yeah.
9 a.m. Eastern.
Yep. 9 a.m. Eastern time.
I give them permission, and the first thing they do is change the time.
Yeah.
Oh, and 503 Aquatics is like, oh, we got to have thumbnails. We gotta let people know we're going on. And
Yep.
She did that.
Professionalism.
I feel like she posted the thumbnail for Saturday morning cartoons when you were still live. I went.
Yeah. I
I'm
don't,
not
think, I
kidding
don't know
you.
if she was trying to do that. I think she was just trying to set up like the stream
Right,
to like the notification.
but she posted the thing.
Yeah,
said,
I don't
look at
I
that.
don't know.
she's
I
all over
actually,
it,
and
man.
I don't see it anywhere.
Oh, it's
So true.
That's the weird thing. Like you all right. I think YouTube is just like whatever. Does this weird thing with the algorithm where I can't see some things, no matter what it is. Yeah, I can't. I go to my homepage. I don't see it. I go to her channel. I don't see that. I don't see anything that she has a live stream pending or whatever.
Saturday
I
morning
believe you
cartoons.
entirely.
It's right there.
Whoa. What does it say? Shroing? I have no idea what.
Oh, it's a guy flipping over on a couch,
I think
losing
it
his
says
popcorn, knocking over the
scrolling.
TV.
It's spoiling or something.
Saturday morning cartoons.
See what a
That's
little bit
crazy.
of production value will get you.
Heck yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I run my channel at the seat of my pants. That's it.
Thank God we cut this deadweight Terry guy out of this.
Yeah, how about it?
Oh, I just saw it. And I have the hardest time finding her channel, too. This is not going to be well.
Yeah, because you weren't even subscribed, man. How many times did she co-host with us and you weren't even subscribed?
I was subscribed. I was.
The link to Saturday morning cartoons is in chat.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I do not see this anywhere.
What are you
Where-
looking at?
I'll be right back.
I don't
just
know how
put-
to look for it. If I go to my YouTube homepage, I see nothing. I go to her channel, I see nothing.
I went to her channel and it showed. Well,
What's my description say?
On her homepage, I don't see that.
oh, you know what? Because I'm on my phone. So if I go to my subscriptions, see across the top, it has everyone's name.
Oh, it might be on subs.
I went to, if I click on her, you probably can't see that. If I click on her, it pops right up, first one. Sorry, I turned the brightness back up.
Let's see.
There. Zen got it. Because after I
No, I
posted,
see the link now. That like since they posted the link, I see it, but I didn't see it before then. That's
Let's
crazy.
see, 503 Aquatics. Yeah, videos. Oh, because you're hitting click it.
Because I'm hitting what?
May 14th, shrimp. Yeah, I don't see it either.
Yeah,
That's
if you go on the PC, I don't think you can see it. That's weird. You only see that on the phone, I guess. Huh. Well, whatever. I'm sure on the day I would have saw it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm
Well,
sure
I already have the StreamYard link to it.
Rob
It's like,
93 is
I
live,
could be
by the
backstage from now
way, an
until
hour ago. No way. All right.
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh. Terry
Hopefully.
Terry just bolted. He's like, I'm out.
Hopefully nothing bad.
Whatever you just said.
You know. Well, now I have to rewatch the stream, see if I pissed him off.
No, all he said was, I think he said Rob 93 ended an hour ago. No way. And he just vanished.
Oh.
Is this mic super loud to you guys?
No, I think it's normal.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Where'd Terry go?
He just said no way, and then
he just vanished.
Gone. So I'm hoping he didn't mean like, no way, my dryer's on fire because he said he had to get a new one.
That could be bad.
YouTube really could stand a lot of improvements. Yeah, I do like some stuff. I actually wish I could click on people's names right in chat
And go to the
and then
go to your channel.
go to their channel and then click on it.
You
'Cause
used to be
sometimes,
able to do that.
Yeah, that would be good because sometimes I have a tough time finding people.
Yeah. I
Or you
think
gotta
you used to
remember
be
what
able to do that, and then I think it was too easy to like for people to just, I don't know.
Right, trying to
stalk
make it
people.
more. Now you gotta actually search.
Yeah. Especially because like half the people, like it was like
Oh,
I
there
think
we
it was
go.
back in the days when like Candy Overhauls was doing like the mods for like a lot of channels.
Right.
And she had like something like almost like 1,000 subs and she had no content. I think that's when YouTube kind of started putting the kibosh on just being able to click on people's names in chat.
Holy doggone it, son of a gun. Don't click the upper right hand X. No matter how much you want to, don't click it.
Oh.
Good job, Terry.
Anyways, then I wound up that you have 2 links in your pinned content. And I wound up on Twitch, and I'm like, how the heck did I wind up on Twitch?
That's hysterical.
I don't even know how Twitch works.
You don't even know how YouTube works.
Really? How many subscribers you got, dude?
Not that many. And I keep dragging yours down.
Oh my god, I totally forgot. I was gonna make a comment before I kicked myself off because I was trying to find some. Oh, I was looking up 503's stream and kicked myself off the stream and off of Google, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. That's it. Continue on. Don't mind the idiot that can't know how a computer works.
Daddy, must behave.
I said, Terry, what's your YouTube password if you know it?
Yeah,
I
that
would be curious as it is.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you were reading.
You can't even find my name by searching it.
Did you hear that?
Heard the
sounded like a puppy dog.
That was a cat.
That was 2 cats.
Oh, are they still fighting?
Um,
Only when they get near each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to walk away, and that's what I wanted to say. You didn't have that many people here, but you went up against Rob 93, one of the bigger channels out there. If you maintained an umpteen audience during Rob 93, which I'm gonna have to watch his stream on the replay.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
That guy draws an audience because he's just so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the thing too. How much fish info do you actually get out of his streams? You know,
Generally, it turns to short jokes.
right? Exactly. I mean, it's
half the stream, but they are entertaining. I actually kind of like him with
Joey's great.
Joey.
Oh, yeah.
and super entertaining, and they do know their fish. I mean, long circle, it'll come down to we're all fish keepers, but we're talking about other things, laughing and joking and having a good time.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to be that fish YouTuber that, oh my God, that's all we got to talk about is, the water parameters of my Leperinus. Let's get over it. Let's talk about some other things. Let's laugh and joke and have something. If you have a question, then by all means we'll answer it. But let's have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did go against Bob too, so he gets 40 or so, 50 people in there sometimes, some weeks.
Yeah. So I think given the two people that you streamed against, and please don't mean look, we're at a point now where you got to go when you got to go, and if you've drawn in this many people with me and Jason as your guests, because we're nobodies, I think you did really, really good. So you're proud of that, actually.
I gotta be honest with you. You can't say you're nobody, Terry.
I am a nobody, trust me.
I was in your stream when you disappeared for 45 minutes, and people stayed and waited, and you came back, and you're like, I can't believe you people stayed here.
Dude, there's been people in your streams while you sleep.
Okay, so you got something.
Oh my God. I do remember the one I did walk away from an open stream that I didn't realize I didn't click out, because it takes two buttons to click. You got to click two buttons to end your stream. And I clicked one, but not the other. And Danny ran it for like 3 hours. And I'm like, what? And the whole time he was like, well, maybe he'll come back.
There was one morning I got up for Saturday morning cartoons and you were still streaming, but you were sleeping at your desk or wherever you were. It's like, oh, this is going to be an interesting one.
Look at the back of my head for a while. See how that works out. I'll be right back.
Okay. The Zen Ginger said, I had way more fun here just hanging out. It's honestly a nice break from modding. Olivia has that covered usually. Yeah, she's pretty good about posting links and stuff. And I don't care who mods, or even if you mod, it's honestly fine. I just make people mod so they can post their links and have a fun time.
Yeah, somebody might have something important to say.
Yeah, that's right, Patty. That was a good stream too. That was like I think that was one of our best. That was a lot of good. That was a good time. That was the FU Dave stream.
Wait, that was in the morning.
Yeah, that was that morning that Terry was up all night. That he fell asleep at his keyboard.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was going live, and I'm like, look. And then
He was already live. I'm like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, he was going live when I got up, and I'm like, what the hell? And the next thing you know, he's
one of these you have certain memories that you'll just never forget forever. I mean, you have memories from like when you were like a kid, somebody pushed you off the swing or whatever, you'll always have those memories. The F you Dave comment that happened right then and there, because it was totally unscripted, it was totally unnecessary. It was just F you Dave, and I was like,
funny.
what?
yeah, just out of the blue. I was like, oh my god, so funny. I was about to. Yeah.
Hysterical.
So Rico said, I'm under no illusions either. The only reason I pull the crowd I do is because of the amazing guests I've been so lucky with who has agreed to let me talk at them. I think your streams are pretty awesome, regardless.
There we go.
And I'd like to get him on one of our streams sometime. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, Rico, you have this way about you.
He's an intelligent man.
Schwab,
He's very polite.
It must be that you live in New York.
Yeah.
He's very polite. He's very modest, like Patty said.
Non-judgmental.
And he's willing to go outside the box. That fish keepers want to know a little bit about the people that are on these, boards, but besides fish.
Right.
And I think that was a very smart thing to do.
Yeah, I do like the guest thing that he does. Can't think of the name of it now.
The focus on?
I like the way it's set up. I do. I think he did a great job with that. And the interviews and stuff, I think that's cool. And he just, I don't know, he's got a way about him that makes people intrigued. And the questions he asks is pretty good. I mean, I've seen some, not his, but other ones where they do like these interviews, and it's just like.
I'm just curious if
it's not entertaining.
If got like if Rico's got like any sort of like he knows his guests who he's got coming. He's like, yo, I really need to ask this like certain questions, or he just wings it all. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to know.
I'm fairly certain he's scripted with his questions. He comes up with his questions before he asks them.
At least some topics, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I can
so.
see that.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool if Rico came on one of our streams.
Yeah, it is funny to watch him.
Links right there, Rico.
I'm fairly certain.
When you see him on his streams where he's sitting, asking questions, having a good time, but being it just flows with him. That's what it is, I think. And then sometimes he goes on a stream, he may pop into Terry's stream. It's like, oh, F you. You know what I mean?
Well, he can hang
doesn't
out.
say that, but you see the other side of him.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, oh, that's pretty
cool. That's the only side I've ever seen of him.
I guarantee you, Dave and Brianne, it probably won't be long that Rico Stand will be sending you an email going, will you please come on my show? I'm sure it's going to happen.
I would say absolutely yes. I always love when anybody asks me to be on their show.
I think
it's actually quite fun.
I think there's quite a waiting list for that one.
I don't think so. I mean, he emails people, and he might be a couple weeks out in advance, but I'd be willing to bet eventually he's going to reach out to you guys. Because you guys have a good stream. I mean, you guys are great.
I love being co-host of people's streams. It's so fun. Especially when being interviewed, because I feel like everybody's got different questions and everybody's got that one question that is always asked. But it's fun anyways.
My favorite one, I don't know, you guys will have to go back into the YouTube vault, but like Aquashella, like maybe 3 years ago or something, Biggs, there was a couch at Aquashella, And Biggs just brought all these YouTubers on that couch and just started grilling them like crazy. You know, asking them like scientific names and stuff. And, you know, they were messing it up. And I'm so glad I never wound up on that couch because I probably would have failed miserably. But they were the funniest. Out of all the Aquashella videos I've ever watched, that series that Biggs did was fantastic. Because it was fish related, but it was funny as all get out as well.
Hold on. I gotta see if you can get cheese balls off of Amazon.
It's got to come in them big 1 gallon freaking plastic containers, though. Or actually, I think they're more. I think they're more than a gallon, to tell you the truth.
Probably.
It's got to be the big plastic jars.
Giant cheese ball container.
Was it? Who the heck was I seeing that did something? Was it Simply Bettas that did that? Taylor? That had like the bunch of cheese puff containers that she was using for her like betta breeding?
I'm not sure. I thought those were water containers. I think they're water
I don't know. Whatever they were something. Yeah, there was something like that though. There were like jugs from something.
Well, those
like jugs with the handles, and she had a 40 breeder. Well, I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, but I know she had a 40 breeder, and she put a bunch of 1 gallon jugs in them.
Have you guys been looking at her new fish room, man?
No, I haven't seen the videos, but
they live in a log house.
Yes.
Because if you look at the outside walls, dude, it's a log cabin.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Her new studio is really awesome.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic, man. And what an improvement over. She went from taking over the spare bathroom and turning it into a fish room. And now she's got all this space. It's like, I got to be honest. I watch her all the time. I'm like, what's new? What are you going to do?
yeah, she puts out great stuff.
Good news. Amazon does have those giant 2.13 pound containers of cheese balls. And they come at 4 pounds.
2 pounds of cheese balls. Shoot.
It's gotta be like a 5 gallon bucket.
You gotta have 2 pounds of cheese balls.
Yes.
That'll get you through John Wick anyways.
Yeah.
I gotta see how I want cheese balls, man. Shouldn't have done this.
So do I. Anybody saying anything about chat? Someone on Twitch. Can you guys see chat that comes in on Twitch?
I did
No.
when I clicked your Twitch link. I saw it.
Well,
Oh,
on stream here, can you see the little chats
No.
from?
No,
Yes,
You can't.
I do. Intrigued pepperoni. What about 3 pounds of cheese balls?
Well, how are
Yeah,
you
it's on
seeing
Twitch. I can
that?
see it.
How are you seeing that? Then you're not on StreamYard.
I am on stream. If you click on, instead of looking at the private chat, there's also a tab at the top where it says private chat, and the next tab says comments. You click on the comments, you can see the StreamYard one.
Right.
Yeah, and then the Twitch ones are coming through. Like the real
I'm on
Ronald
that.
420 says, "I like cheese too."
So
Right on, real Ronald 420.
but I'm not seeing them. Probably because I don't. Do you have a Twitch account?
I do have a Twitch account,
Okay, that's probably why. Because I don't. Because
It
I'm not
comes
seeing
through.
them.
but it's coming
It
through
comes through.
StreamYard on the
It comes
comments.
through StreamYard. I have I was on Jess's once, and she typed in chat, and it came up on 3 different accounts: her YouTube, her something else, her Twitch.
What is your Twitch channel, Bree?
I see your comment about Just Curious. Then I see Fishymon. We can tell that you have no script. Then I see Intrigue.
Yes,
Intrigued
That's
pepperoni.
that's the Twitch one. Do you
That's
see
the
the
one
one
you're talking about? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you notice that next
I was
to
gonna say
the
the purple ones.
their
The purple.
icons, there's a little symbol for YouTube, and then there's like that little
Oh.
quote thing. The purple one is Twitch.
Oh wow, that's cool. Good to know. Welcome, all
Reggiano.
Twitch
Reggiano.
The real Ronald and Intrigued Pepperoni, welcome on Twitch. And what's your favorite type of cheese?
Curd.
Reggiano is what Intrigued Pepperoni says.
Um,
I don't know if I agree with that. That's not bad
I don't
cheese,
know.
though.
Is curds even a type of cheese? That's my favorite.
Mine's whatever's on a pizza.
Rico Stan, if you see it like on the phone,
Yeah, that's true, Rico. I can see that. That's cool.
on the phone at the top, there's the pin StreamYard. If you click on it, like click on my name, it expands it, and then my Twitch channel is in there too as a link. So let me. Oh, Rico Stan 1 on Twitch. Welcome.
There you go.
Welcome. I'm trying to get to 50 followers on Twitch before, I think, a little bit less than 3 weeks. I think like 3 or 4 days less than 3 weeks. I have, because you have to get 50 followers in a month. So I'm trying
And you can be on the, what is it, the road to, what do they call it? Partnership?
First one's affiliate, and you need
Affiliate.
50 followers, and then you need the big thing about being partnered is you have to have the average of 75 viewers in your streams, which I don't even get on YouTube, so it'll be a wild card. But I am almost to affiliate. I think I'm about halfway there.
I know a lot of Twitch streamers, but they're gamers. They do a lot of gaming stuff.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of fish people on there. Yeah, I'm at 24 followers, so I'm halfway there.
Intrigued Pepperoni asks, what's your favorite fish to eat?
Fried ones that are completely dead and ready to eat.
Fried ones.
How do you farm fish? We don't farm fish. We keep fish.
Well, you
know how
farm fish the
complicated of a question that is.
that is a complicated question. How do you farm anything? Like every
Right,
animal's
exactly.
a complicated
How do you
question,
farm
right?
corn?
Yeah. How do you farm chickens? How do you farm beef? How do you farm? Yeah. Every one of
But
those
I
is
keep and breed fish, and I think that goes the same for Degenerate and Terry.
But I'm guessing if you were going to farm fish, you need large volumes of water.
Yes.
Twitch
As
is
a
known
start.
for the gaming. Yeah, Twitch is definitely.
Yeah, that's a gaming platform. Yeah. Not saying you can't. You know.
Yeah, there is a few fish keepers on there. The Game Czar is always in my Twitch stream. Is always on Twitch stream.
Get a rope.
But they're a fish keeper. Keep a horse in Minecraft.
Isn't it just a saddle and a rope?
Yes,
No.
and then it's to trust you. And
Yeah,
then
is
you
it?
need, I think you need armor, horse armor.
Well, you can put horse armor on your tamed horse, yeah, but.
Yeah, I guess if you're playing off peaceful.
Don't you
then
need
you're
apples? Don't you need apples to tame horses?
Dave and I are now toning out. We have no idea what you're talking about.
But I think
Might have been a carrot. There might have been a carrot in there, us.
Oh my God. Oh, please type in chat. How do you tame a horse?
I think it's just a saddle, and you go on the horse, and then it kicks you off a bunch of times, and then it eventually trusts you, and then you can feed them, breed them.
That's true. That might be right. There was a mod. There was.
You need some
before
horse
that.
armor for if you're playing off peaceful, I guess, so you don't want your horse to die. My favorite one's a pig. You can put a saddle on a pig, and then you get carrot on a stick.
You get the carrot on a stick, yeah, and you ride the horse. Yeah, you can,
Yeah, I like.
And you can put the chicken on your head, or the bird on your head, and you can
My
jump
sister
off a
loves the
cliff.
parrots.
Yeah. I'm sure she could tell you all about it,
She likes the parrots.
she probably signed off 2 hours ago.
My sister likes the parrots and the ocelots in the jungle.
I haven't done any of the new stuff. I saw they had a bunch of like and the axolotls too, don't they? They have axolotls now.
I don't think there's any more updates on Xbox. I don't have one anymore. My sister's got an Xbox 360, and I don't think there's axolotls in that one because they're not doing any more updates on the Xbox. I used to have an Xbox, but I had to put my PC over there, so we're probably gonna put the Xbox in the living room.
Yeah, definitely. I've done some
You put
Minecraft.
trees first, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much how I start the game. I just go punch some trees.
It's the only way to start. You need to punch a tree or two.
Yeah,
You
and
would.
then you gotta mine down, get some
And then you dig,
stone.
and then you need cobblestone. That's the next step.
Yeah, you need cobblestone, then you make
And then
cobblestone
iron.
pickaxe and an axe, and then you go mining.
Alexis said, "Well, let me know what he says."
Yeah. Then you go in a mining cave and you go and get some iron and smelt it. Okay, so the real routes and one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Well, red fish, blue fish is actually YouTube.
My daughter
Fish,
said,
two fish, red
"Sit
fish,
on the
blue
horse
fish."
until it loves you."
Intrigued Pepperoni said, why not green fish? My sister said, what about purple fish? And this is on Twitch, by the way.
Sit
are we
on the
talking
horse
about?
until he loves. Okay. I thought you could make it go quicker if you fed it some apples.
We're talking about taming a horse in Minecraft.
This is riveting.
Yes, ribbon.
And
So set it on
in
line for-
Minecraft, you can catch all the fish that are in the ocean, by the way. You just need a bucket. And you can grab them. And then you can put them in a fish
used to
tank.
do that. I used to go in the ocean and catch like a bunch of clownfish.
I keep fish tanks in all my Minecraft worlds.
Oh, I was about to say that. I can't tell you how many times I would just go in a creative world or a non-creative world. Lo and behold, every single Minecraft world that I've been in, I have a fish tank in. My 9-year-old friend from camp, she was like, look at my Minecraft house. And she has like, what is it called, an iPad, Apple thing. And I was moving around this house.
Samsung.
And she's like, be careful, you might break it. And I broke like almost a whole wall because when you're moving it, you start breaking things.
Terry's furiously Googling all this.
I think Terry fell asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. But
get a notification from Terry going live. F9 crap.
But yeah, I built a fish tank in her world too. I always build fish tanks in there.
Yeah.
My goal is to get clownfish in the tank. Or an axolotl. Axolotls and clownfish. Don't do that in real life because one's saltwater, one's freshwater, but in Minecraft it's perfectly fine.
It works out, yeah. Yeah, there is no fresh or salt. It's all just one water.
You get the best of both worlds. You get saltwater and axolotls in the same thing. Well, I guess you can have salmon and cod.
Yeah, last I played was the whatever they had the the Nether update. So that was like the last I ever played, which wasn't that long. It was like last year.
In Dragon Quest Builders 2, they have neons, betas, and a bunch of other fish I can't recall right now. You can build the aquarium too. They have both salt and fresh.
Nice.
Wow.
That's cool.
What you started, Steven?
This is what I look for in gaming. The diversions.
Thanks, Steven. But yeah. Minecraft, I guess, can relate to fish keeping in a way. I always make mountain houses where I just build into a mountain and then I make it a house. Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But in the middle of all my living rooms, I'll have this fish tank in the floor with a bunch of just random fish.
I never have a plan. It shows.
I just,
My plans.
once I get somewhere, I always build a fish tank. But
I get blown up by creepers a lot.
They're horrible. I think they're my sister's favorite mob in Minecraft.
Oh, and I had the like VR headset. That is some creepy stuff playing VR Minecraft.
So I don't know how long ago this was, but there's a way to spawn a person named Herobrine in Minecraft. So now my sister has. I have a label right on my mirror that says Brienne that my father printed, and my sister's got one on the headboard of her bed that says Herobrine because that was from like 5 years ago. I would say.
The Legend of Herobrine.
I feel like there's other ones that you can spawn to. Trey went and took a nap.
Anything else? He's actually straightening stereo wires right now. He's like, I don't do anything else.
He's like,
Stardew Valley and Minecraft mixed together. Interesting. Dragon Quest Builders 2. Herobrine.
oh my god, I can't believe people are actually still here.
What?
And we're talking about Minecraft still.
15 people here
All right,
in YouTube and 4 on Twitch.
so we lost control at Minecraft, and
Oh, you lost control. You lost control when I came into the stream.
That was the start of the stream.
That was early on, because
Yeah,
that was
it was.
before I even got here.
Yeah, this is a 4-hour long stream, and
is it?
it's gonna be 4
Yeah,
hours.
Close.
We ran over a lot of people, but we're not gonna run over Dan's fish.
We will.
That's
We'll
up to
end
you.
it in like 3 minutes.
We'll make it up to people.
I thought we had a lot of fun. I don't
I
know.
thought so.
This was really fun
Good time.
because normally most of the time, most of my streams, there's not a co-host or there's like one person up there. Well, I guess not co-host, panel members. But it's fun when people like you two come up. I don't think there's anybody like you two that are actually in the fish fan.
I don't know if that's a compliment or we should just go hang our heads in shame, man.
I don't know. Wait 2 minutes and Patty will tell you what.
Yeah, I'm sure Pat can let us know.
No, it was a good thing because you guys come up and then we go off the rails instead of just talking about.
Patty runs
I
hot
keep
and cold.
this fish.
One minute she's complimenting us, and then the next minute she's like, "You must die."
She's hot and she's cold.
But no, that was like a good thing. Not necessarily a compliment, but it was a good thing because there's not many people that can come up on a stream and you can go off the rails about literally anything, and have them not leave an hour in.
Jason and I have skills.
Yeah, and most of the time, my streams, I plan on streaming for 1 hour today, and now it's 9 o'clock. So that's the only group of people that I can actually manage to keep a stream going this long with.
Well, sorry to derail your stream.
No, it's perfectly fine.
By the way, you had an entire 4 hours to give away points, and you didn't give away a single one.
Well, you know what happened last time? You said, here, give away a point. I sat there for like 5-10 minutes just thinking of a question.
Yeah, in all fairness, we kind of forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely forgot.
So now you need to
Wait,
think
what
of
the
like
heck?
random questions to ask people just in case Terry ever gives you the chance to
Right.
make points.
Is Dan giving away like 4 this episode? That might be a problem. Who knows? Maybe you should win and see.
That actually might be. Steven's right, man.
That might be a problem.
We talked about it earlier, man. Odessa barbs can be brutal, man. They really can.
Yeah, they really need to. I think they're kind of like on that same lines of like Mbunas, man. They need to spread out that aggression. You know,
They-
you get a good mix.
They could absolutely go with African cichlids because they'll hang, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, about being in the same tank, I just mean like being like the same mentality. Like they just pick on each other endlessly.
That I'm gonna kill you. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what they. You're.
And there's not enough of them. There, one of them's just gonna get ganged up on.
They're all like the football team, and they take that little guy and just stuff him in a locker. That's what they do, man.
Except in the Odessa world, they just leave them there to die. What happened to little Pete? Oh, he's still in that locker. Oh, is that what stinks? Yeah, probably am.
See, that's what I'm talking about. How many people are going to talk about shoving people in the
Hey, it was about fish, man.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's true. Jeez.
That was 100% about fish.
I'm bringing back bad memories, Terry.
Terry, were you little Pete?
Actually, no. I actually was part of the track team, and I could run really fast. So yeah, screw all them little freaking football.
He's like, hell yeah, I was
Yeah.
faster than little Pete.
Sorry.
And
Right,
I
you
had
know.
an attitude. My attitude doesn't fit my size. I don't know if you want to call it Napoleon complex or what, but
Terry's like an Mbuna.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
like a 2-inch
man.
fish
I'm
that's like
what
killing
do you
everything in a
want,
tank.
dude? You want to go? Let's go. You know, the best you're gonna get out of this is you beat up a little guy.
Yeah, right.
Of course, the other side of that is the worst. The worst thing that can happen is they get beat up by a little guy.
Exactly.
Then they got to put that down.
Let's go, man. If you got a problem with me, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Nothing but time and
This
space
chair's
between us.
totally-
Pure and common sense.
What'd you do? Drop Mr. Manifesto's drill bits on the floor?
The hammer drop, man.
It was a metal bar thing that dropped on the floor. It happens all the time.
The reason you're keeping metal bars are just hanging around.
You never know when you need one.
Just hanging.
She's not that
You know
big.
what?
She might need that.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
This is just two Patty's petite tanks. Ask Achilles and see how it worked out for him,
Right.
and
That's true.
we'll talk about it.
Terry bites a mean angle.
Randoms, thanks for following. Now I'm halfway to 50, which is awesome. And I just got the notification that Dan's Fish is live. So sadly, we're going to have to end this stream.
Mine just said.
Aw.
So there's
Well,
that.
thanks for having me.
Yeah. And I wanted to say this. I want to say this at the end of the stream. Thank you for 100 followers on Instagram. I'll probably be doing a live stream tomorrow or something like that sometime in the near future. But thank you for 100 followers. I think I'm still at 100. Might be 101.
Well, there you go.
But Primetime Aquatics and Dan's Fish is live, so go over to either one that you want with hashtag Brienne's Fish Fam. No apostrophes, no uppercase. So let me put it in chat like how I'm imagining it. And don't. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, hashtag Brienne's Fish Fam over to Primetime Aquatics or Dan's Fish because there's no way we can compete with those.
See,
Oh, you know, 7
see
people.
what happens when you have a professional, nice stream and they come up with a hashtag with their name in it. The last hashtag we went and bombarded, it was milk sweats.
Milk sweats.
That still cracks me up. But anyway, thanks, Brienne, for having me.
Brienne, it
Dave,
was a great
it's always a good
stream.
time.
Dave,
Thanks.
as always, man. I love talking with you, man.
Yeah,
You
so
too.
so everybody in chat, check those two people out. Degenerate Fish Keeper and Terry's Tropical Tanks. And yeah, try and get Terry to 1,000. But
Right on, guys.
without any further ado, would any of you guys like to say anything?
Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. And there's still 8 people here. So.
Hey, guys.
See ya.
Take care, guys.
See you on Sunday
See you guys.
or Saturday. Sorry.
Saturday, 9 a.m.
More
Eastern.
cartoons, and then I'm on at Sunday at either 3 p.m. Eastern Time or 4 p.m. Eastern Time. But thank you guys so much for coming, and definitely go over to Dan's Fish and Prime